check
I mean,
this
we
guy out.
care.
Oh,
We
that's
do.
not-
You don't care if I stay.
Let me.
What?
This is very dark. We have a
You got a little figure of the Bichitan?
Bichatin, yes, and also
Bichitan?
this is the guy I was using most in Monster Hunter Stories for a while. Also,
Le
this
Bichitan?
beefy boy. This beefy boy.
The Goss.
Gasarag, who I also got in
Goss.
Stories 3. I got a writable Gasarag.
Dude, I'm not far enough. I'm only in chapter 2. I'm fighting Ozuros. These. Hey, is Monster Hunter putting the fucking creepy android girl?
I don't know. I saw some stuff about that.
Wait, what?
Maybe some crossover
What
DLC.
creepy android girl? What are you talking about?
Wait, are we talking about? Wait, there's two I mean, are we talking
no,
about?
there's
like,
one. There's
She's not.
one.
Are we talking about 2B? Are we talking about?
2B.
Or not to be.
Diana,
creepy.
you mean?
2B is not fucking.
Wait, are we talking about a Capcom
Diana
crossover?
is creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Diana.
talking about Diana. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Diana
There's a
makes
lot of
me
robot ladies.
skin
I didn't
crawl.
know,
I said creepy.
but you meant like girl.
Not please fucking
Diana?
kill me with your legs.
Your tag along buddy in Pragmata.
Yeah.
The little girl.
Pardon.
The weirdo. The fucking weirdo.
When she starts speaking binary, it's pretty sick, though. Maybe the best
Sick.
lines.
It's pretty sick.
The best lines.
Like, oh, yo, that's a fucking sick string
It's
of
kind of
binary.
cool though.
Dude, she does. Pull up a clip, Chris Davis. Come on.
I've seen
She's
the
done-
memes.
she's done it-
Is it
she's
that
done it.
different?
She
Are
does
there
it like
memes? They're
3 times.
binary
and
memes.
They're like big moments.
I'm pretty
She's
sure it's
hit-
already happened for
she's-
me once, and I'm not very far.
Hitting them ones and zeros.
Well, she does it early on, yeah, for sure.
What's up, World Teller and Funky Duck?
Look who we found.
So is the idea then that I guess your Palico could be that little
Dixie, thank you.
thing?
Maybe. Yeah.
Gross.
Brad Skate.
Add it to the playlist.
Sub World Teller.
Let's watch some trailers, dog.
Let's watch some fucking.
Wait, is that what we're doing
gonna watch?
No,
Well,
I mean we're
it's
just
not
not right now.
Okay.
We usually start with 30 minutes of trailer
Oh yeah,
talk.
duh. I mean, y'all were doing that before I
I am
took
going
a
to.
hiatus.
It's okay, Nolan. You're a little rusty. It's fine.
This is
a
how
little.
we do.
Just wait till we
I'm
get to the
gonna-
icebreakers. He's going to be very confused.
I think you mean dick
Probably.
slickers.
No, I'm
What
I'm
the
keeping
fuck?
them icebreakers in all the documentation, buddy.
Hold on.
Well,
it
yeah,
sounded
of
more
course.
interesting the other way.
I know, but the audience is a bunch of cowards.
Oh.
I am going
I
to
mean,
start
I
us
thi-
off
the only-
exactly where we left off last time.
The only coward here is me because I'm the one who's still putting icebreakers everywhere.
Here we go.
Like the mint?
I was calling them icebreaker questions for lack of a better term.
What the
and
fuck are
then
we watching?
somebody- What the
this is
fuck?
this
It's
is
the next trailer in the list.
The jump rope roguelike with
Don't
boob
say
physics.
This
What is? I don't know what to feel right now.
It's not what you think.
It is. I mean, it seems like it's what I think.
It's not
I-
not what you
you-
think.
It's not what you think. That's a cute Roomba. I wish I had that.
There should be a market for like cute Roombas.
Oh, they definitely exist.
Do they?
Sonji is claiming thicker than a Pixar mom, and I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate.
No, they're very accurate, honestly.
I don't know. Pixar moms are pretty. Oh, okay. Never mind. I take back what I just said. So thick she has to walk funny.
Yeah,
What
she's
is
fucking, what are you talking about, Nick? She's dumped out of her goddamn mind. What do you mean?
She's also super, like, bow-legged. Jesus.
What is this?
This
And
is
where can
a
I buy
video
it?
game.
It's a jump rope roguelike.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Shut the fuck up, Nicholas. Look with your eyes.
I'm looking with something.
This is like a mobile phone ad. This is like a
All right.
I know, right?
you
This is an
download
ad
the
you see
game
on
and it's
Twitter.
just a shitty city building.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something like this, the boob physics need to be much better.
Reinforce your
I'm
jump
sure that's
rope.
probably an
Why?
upgrade, Nick.
Why
Yeah, pay
reinforce the
extra.
jump rope?
He wants like
What does it do to
Dead
add
or
a
Alive
second jump
boob
rope?
I
physics,
don't
I guess.
know.
You know, well, no. You know what?
What
You know,
do
like
you
when
mean?
Goku
Yeah,
trains with
double dutch.
weighted stuff. It's like that.
Oh, it gives you one fuck up. I see. Well, now I'm sold.
Are there jokers? You know, get with the times.
There's not
need
jokers,
jokers
Brad,
in
there's
your
Oh my
jokers.
god! Look at her dump truck when she's like laying face down in the dirt. Like what?
When she's dump her up?
Caked it, dude. Caked it.
She's caked up. She's got the whole bakery, man.
Let's just talk about all of their.
I will
asses.
play that game.
Oh, what is this? A conveni simulator?
It
There's
is.
so many sim games now.
This is not a sim game. This is a.
So you know the big-
Valhalla like.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
You guys probably
It's a
don't know this.
story game. I think.
Oh, it's a
Most for
visual
speed.
novel.
Yeah, visual novel of sorts.
You guys might not know this, but the big meta on Twitter lately has been that they implemented auto translate. So like Japanese and English Twitter people specifically have been undergoing multiple
Interacting?
cultural exchanges.
Been meshing.
And Japanese Twitter just found out about Buc-ee's. It's been fun.
Oh,
You mean
mega
pussies?
konbini. It's, yeah. What is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
What's with the Hitman spin though? In a trailer, a professional trailer?
Oh, because
Hitting us
she's
with
an
the Hitman
assassin.
Wake up after your death as a human-bug hybrid in a Victorian
A
city.
human bug hybrid.
Hack the Ghoul.
Is an immersive
Hark
first-person
the
adventure
Ghoul.
made
Hark
by
the
a
Ghoul?
small team of
Yeah, this
players.
game continues to
Our
look
focus is
like
on delivering
fire.
a memorable adventure that feels
Like-
fresh.
Are you being sarcastic?
Like
or
a
can't-
like a shit fire?
Bro, the fact that you think I might
That's
be
actually
sarcastic,
kinda cool.
we're looking at the same thing.
That's kind of
Yes,
cool.
no, I
This
am.
already
Kinda
looks
cool.
awesome, then I'm mad at you.
That's
No,
kinda
it
cool.
does look awesome, Brad. But sometimes when you say that, you sound very sarcastic.
Yeah, it looks awesome in a way that
I don't
fucking
think it
stupid
was sarcastic
idiots would
for
like.
me. I think it was very normal for me.
I think if you're looking at this trailer and you're like pogging out, you're dumb and should go to some kind of camp.
The thing is, you don't even believe that, Chris.
I don't
You also
believe
think
that.
this looks cool.
It does look cool.
Full game when it releases later
But
this
what do you
year.
want from me, Brad?
So
What?
if Hark the Ghoul
You want me to
starts
just agree with you uncritically?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Nick was about to say something negative about a game, and he bumped it from the show.
I didn't.
We're
say
all
that.
agreeing here.
I just didn't capture new footage. I'll definitely give my updated opinions on Mouse PI, but
Oh
Big
yeah,
Oscar
this is the
guy.
leftovers from last week. We were trying to get Nick to remember this game, which
I
said
remember.
maybe-
I did. I have
The next
seen this
Yakuza?
pop up again since.
Oh,
But this game doesn't exist
You mean
anymore,
the
right?
next
It's
Like a
canceled?
Dragon?
well,
Yeah, it's
we
not-
We don't know yet.
The next
don't
Ryu
know yet.
got Gotoku.
did it get canceled?
No,
I mean, nobody knows.
It hasn't, but the YouTube channel is back up.
This one canceled?
Why is
Well,
Sonji
they-
saying canceled?
They deleted their YouTube channel last week, which made everybody think that they were
No,
canceling the game.
not
And
just
it
that,
went
but
back
like
up 48 hours later.
the publisher. Importantly, the publisher dropped the project, and I
What is it?
imagine the studio.
What's it called? A goon like?
Gang of Dragon, I think. Gang of Dragon.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
World Teller was saying goon like in response to this game. Not
No, that's still from the. That's still from
I
the
like
caked
that
up-
better as like a Yakuza. It's a Yakuza genre descriptor, a goon like.
Two very different things.
Hey boss,
There's a lot of.
you got it,
goons.
boss.
I mean, this game looks rad. I hope somebody picks it up.
It was just a Yakuza cutscene. Like maybe the game never came together, or was not coming
Maybe.
together. But I think Nagoshi left. I don't know. I think the publisher dropped.
The publisher supposedly
Well-
dropped it because the developers wanted about another 6 months of development, which would have cost about, I think, $40 million.
The publisher owns the studio, though. I think. Like Nagoshi went over there because they were giving them the money.
Yeah.
This seems
$6 or
this
$7 million a month on production.
Yeah, but like whatever. I mean, you know,
It's just money. You can't take it with you.
they probably hired him because
Gang of Dragon. That's what it was called. I forgot it had a dumb name. That's
We
so
never.
sick.
I've been 2 weeks. I keep forgetting to add this movie trailer. Right? We didn't watch this, or did we?
I've
not
seen
watch
it, but I
this.
didn't watch. I
Is
don't
this
think
the
we watched
one?
it together.
Is this the
Is this
one?
the new one?
We have another.
I've
movie
seen one of the
trailer
first
that came
ones,
out
but
today.
I haven't seen this.
What's the opinion on this?
Is it
Have you-
Oh,
Andrew
well,
Schwartz
what?
made
You
this
tell
movie?
me. You tell me, bro.
Oh, and,
I'm not a
and-
Street Fighter guy.
Oh well, you don't.
Wait,
need to
who's
be a
the
Street
guy
Fighter
playing
guy to have an
Guile?
opinion about. That was 50 Cent. Balrog.
Guile.
How old is 50 Cent? Oh yeah. Guile's hair is just
Is it the fucking the Miz or
This is your shot at redemption.
what is a Street Fighter?
50
is
Cent's
50
too
Cent.
old. He's so old now. He can't play Balrog anymore. It's a young mess. Did you see that throw? The fucking Ken back throw or the Ryu back throw?
Is that Ryu?
That looked like a cartoon, but you've seen nothing yet. Jesus Christ. They're going
I mean, this whole thing looks
Billy
like it's
as
supposed to be
shit
like.
with this movie.
This is what I was kind of hoping that the last James Bond movie was gonna be.
Wait, what?
We'll talk about it.
Will we?
Yeah, I watched it last night and it
No, I
made
kn-
me think and feel a lot of different things.
I know. That's. Never mind.
One of my main criticisms of the movie is that like it's leaning too hard into like the classic James Bond goofiness without being goofy and without like earning it in any way. And coming off of Spectre
You
and the previous
can't-
Craig movies, it's just like really hollow. It's like, oh, now he has a car that has machine guns and smoke screens and caltrops and shit, but like this is still a really self-serious movie. Like, go fuck yourself.
Isn't this a strange casting choice for
I thought
M.
you liked
Bison,
it.
though?
Yeah, I do like it.
For who?
but-
For everyone, or
Did you see that flash kick?
Oh my god!
What? What? The cake?
Watch
Cammy
the
is-
pile driver.
Cammy's my favorite character.
This is not a serious film.
Well,
Nope.
I know.
I don't
What
I
is
know.
this?
That's what's good. That's what's
I know
cool
it's
about
good.
it. Also, but like Raul Julia.
This
Oh,
is
my god, I forgot that David. What's his face?
Dalmash.
Dashmashal.
like Dalton's
Is
actually going to be stretchy. Jason Momoa is Blanca.
yeah.
Is his career going okay?
Oh, he's.
I think it's going.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it
This
looks
movie-
more fun than some of these video game movies. Ugh.
It,
Hadouken
this
was a
re-
little too Kamehameha for me.
it
They're
was
just doing
giving-
what Mortal Kombat.
That's when
did.
Hadouken was always very commanding.
They're just doing what Mortal Kombat.
No, I'm just saying that the way he normally it's just Hadouken, like it's very, but he was like Hadouken, like he like powered it up.
Yeah. It was like
in
that
Marvel
kid-
vs. Capcom, it turns into a full command. Man.
It was
They're
like that
"Yeah,
kid
fuck it."
in fucking Dragon Ball Evolution going, come
Are we gonna watch that sick new Resident Evil trailer?
It's on here.
It's,
Yeah.
it's on the
I
list.
heard, didn't it just come out? I heard about it. but
I haven't seen it,
Yeah,
but is
yeah,
that
yeah.
the Zach Kreger?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
dude. You can't just
It
watch the
is.
trailer though. You got to watch the
Interesting, Gregor with
12-minute
a hard R.
trailer breakdown from Zach Kreger.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's out there. I need to watch
Yeah.
that. But
Dude,
we
he's
do
a
need to
real
watch the
one.
trailer.
He's a
Oh,
real
yeah.
fan.
What is this? Seems interesting.
This
Oh,
is
this
from
is
Strange
Strange
Scaffold. Yeah.
From the makers of El Paso Elsewhere, I Am Your Beast.
Oh, there's
Once
a Mortal
again-
They
Kombat.
make like 3 games. a
Wait,
year,
wait, wait. There's a Mortal Kombat 2 trailer?
though.
There
Fuck
is.
Mortal Kombat, dude. We're Street
No,
Fighter
you
people.
no, Brad. That's not fair. You got to put it in the thing.
He's not wrong. Oh, this got a date.
Didn't know if it
Yep.
was stream appropriate.
October 6th.
This is actually looking pretty
It's
sick,
Mortal
man. I'm not
Kombat.
gonna
Actually,
lie.
yeah. Like, I did not care for, like, any of that pod racing shit back in the day, but this actually looks
What the
really
fuck, dude?
Well,
Those games
now
are sick
this
as fuck,
is pod
dude.
racing.
I don't play many racing
Yeah.
games, buddy.
This isn't a pod
But-
racing game. This is a
but-
game with pod racers in it.
Yeah, true. Episode 1 Racer is like a top tier
Legit.
arcade racer.
I know that.
Yeah, Racer was sick. Oh, that looks sick. That looks sick.
But this is pod racing, but
Everything's got-
burnout from everything I've been
Everything's
reading.
got 45-degree angles and grills now. Like something in Star Wars design changed around the Solo movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't hate it, but like it definitely happened.
Yeah, Nick, you need to watch that. Like
Oh, I will.
So,
I'll definitely.
people's
watch. We're not gonna do
reactions
it
were
too-
like, this could be just any zombie horror movie, whatever. But after watching that analysis, no, he's like, oh, by the way, did you notice that like in the background there is a herb in a pot that is exactly the same pot from Resident Evil 4, which is my favorite one, even though I know it's not the scariest. And this is said, yeah, I mean, like, he is a Resident Evil fan. You don't get that from just watching the trailer. When you watch the trailer, you're like, oh, this.
They're trying to hide
It
how
is.
dorky it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But like it is so refreshingly different from everything, like every other attempt at making a
you
Resident
like,
Evil movie.
you
so
like
bad.
Shit.
you like it when they don't have the dork.
Yeah.
The dork?
The dork.
The camp factor. You don't like the camp factor of
Oh.
Resident
The dorkiness.
You don't like the punching boulders?
Evil. Yeah. But like people are like, "Where's Leon?" They
Well, no,
want,
no, like,
they want
listen,
cosplay. They want cosplay.
I like that first Resident Evil movie with Mila Jovovich. I think that was fine.
Yeah.
But like, it's not a
Sure.
But like, it went
Just
so
forget
far.
about the entire rest of the franchise.
It just went so stupid, like beyond
I mean, that
stupid
first
after
movie
that.
sucks, too. Dude, I watched the scene from The Matrix today, and I was like, I think maybe I can't like The Matrix anymore.
The original,
I'm saying-
you're crazy.
I am
Yeah.
no.
You're
It is a crazy
Which
thing to
scene?
say.
No, you're
I agree.
fucking crazy,
Bro,
dude.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
Still incredible. It's still
So-
incredible.
Most of the time,
I put this on here because nobody picked it up in Fantasy Critic, and it was the last chance to do so, and I'm really glad because I only have $3, and I probably wouldn't have won it, so I didn't introduce the bid. No, you know how Northernline's playing Tomodachi Life, and like
Yeah.
he made Trinity in the game, and like her catchphrase for eating is "dodge this," and then she like eats. And like Malia is like, "Oh, you know dodge this, right?" And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." No, from The Matrix, when Trinity says dodge this, she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I lost my mind. I'm like, "Bro, you've seen The Matrix, right?" And she's like, "I just don't know. I just don't remember." So we watched the scene, which is like one of the most iconic scenes from the movie.
And it's sick.
Sure.
And you probably
Yeah.
watched one of the weird versions where they like changed the color grading or something.
That's possible, entirely possible. In
But
fact,
it's
it was on an
fucking-
old.
All right, everybody,
Look,
shut up.
Have you
Here's the
seen
trailer.
how many different like versions of color
Pause
grading
it.
that they've gone through? Okay.
Sorry,
Pause it, just turn it
crank
up,
up the
turn it
volume.
Nick, you control the volume.
No,
I
No,
got
Chris
it.
did.
Chris
Oh,
Davis.
this is.
We relinquished power to him while you were gone. It's been terrible. He's like a tyrant.
The silent coup took over. He's oppressing us. From the mind does it come?
Could this actually be scary?
I mean,
No.
he's made some bangers before.
Yeah, but weapons
not
was
scary.
scary.
Barbarian is what I'm thinking of. That movie freaked me the fuck
It's
out.
tense. I don't know about scary. I watched the Hokum trailer right after this, and I'm like, okay, that movie's gonna be scary.
I'm seeing that on
sorry
Monday.
Disconnected earlier, but some
You're a
things
grown ass man with a
happened.
job, Nick. You see so many movies during the week. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's living the dream, Brad.
I'm in, like, a
He saw a
seriously
movie
messed up situation
today.
right now.
Yeah, I did.
I watched a movie last night.
That's okay. It was nighttime.
Oh, I just recognized this guy.
Looks like
He's
there's a chance
what's his
that we might
face?
not get to talk
He was
to
in
each other
Weapons,
again.
apparently.
He was in Silicon Valley. That's what I know him from.
Middleditch?
No,
No.
He's the guy that was hooked on. Oh man,
Are
what
y'all
was his
seeing
name?
this shit?
Yeah,
I'm
this
seeing
is,
it.
this is.
At first, I thought that was the
Oh, that looks.
merchant from Resident Evil 8,
Oh yeah.
the big guy in the sewer. I'm like, yeah, probably not.
From the
Look
from
at-
the
ah!
diamond movie.
I love you.
Oh, that's
Some blood bags.
I think he is tricking people. This movie is going to be kind of
ridiculous.
cheesy. Like, watch the interview, and he is like inventory
But wouldn't-
management is like resource
That
gathering.
fucking
and inventory
box was an
management is a-
attaché case, wasn't it? He's
It
like,
was a
he's
health
like,
pack.
oh,
The-
You have to,
the
you have to
car-
watch. Can we watch the Zach
Carver
Kreger
from Silicon
analysis
Valley.
real quick? Do we have
When the
time?
king died,
I think
That's
we have
12
time.
minutes. You just said it
his
yourself.
soul wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to move on.
But it's like good.
I mean, we could just say fuck it and do that instead of a podcast.
We could still do a
King power.
podcast.
But no heart.
There are some of us that are on the East Coast.
Oh, it is.
Tainted Grail or what is this?
Oh, this is
Tainted Grail, new DLC.
It's DLC. You can skip this. All right, I added a couple of things.
I
you have
will
the new
watch.
Final Fantasy trailer in here.
If everybody wants to watch the Resident Evil video, I will happily.
It's
will
video,
watch it
very
next
video game.
Okay,
I mean,
but
I'm
if
in.
we're
You don't have to convince me.
Listen. If we're doing that, if we're watching that video, we also have to watch the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer
It's on here.
Okay.
Oh wait, shh.
and the Final Fantasy trailer. Ooh, I don't like that.
No, it's horrifying. It's horrifying, but it's sick. We're already
Alright, here it is.
We're already here. I have no
Here it is,
Yeah, Johnny Cage.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God, Ed Boon. Oh my God.
Ed Boon?
You knew he was going to be in it.
What a fucking loser! I hate that guy.
Can I just say, I watched that last Mortal Kombat movie and I was like, that's pretty good. This is giving me the exact same vibe I got from watching Mortal Kombat Annihilation after the original
This
Mortal
is
Kombat
gonna
movie.
suck, and it's probably gonna be awesome.
That last one sucked too.
The last one is good. It sucks in a good way.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I liked
This
that
is gonna
last one,
suck
to be
in a
honest.
good way. Yes, Nick, that's what we're saying.
Shang Tsung, Baraka,
This looks.
Quan Chi,
Oh my God.
Wait, is Shang Tsung still the same guy?
Kano.
No.
Who the fuck is Bihan?
Bihan is Noob
Old Sub-Zero.
Cybot. They just won't call him Noob Cybot because they realized that they were a bunch of idiots naming their characters stupid shit.
Mortal Kombat 2, May 8th. Get tickets now.
Okay, that kind of
Like,
sucks.
these should only be trailers. I don't.
Yeah,
This
but
is it. We're already here.
So should
It's like a fan-made trailer.
He is talking, so we're gonna have to listen, I guess. But
Okay,
he's
but
a
where's
real
the
one.
Final Fantasy trailer?
This is for
What?
sure
The new
bar
Final
none, my
Fantasy.
most visually gonzo movie.
I'm sold.
Say no more,
All right,
Zach.
I'm Zach Kreger. This
I mean,
is
have you seen the ending
teaser
of Barbarian?
for,
Yes.
Resident Evil, which is coming out September
Has
18th.
he?
Okay, so
It's gonna be
basically,
more Gonzo.
my
Turn on
goal
subtitles
for
for
this
Davis.
movie was to just try
Yeah.
and
Just in
try and make
case.
a movie that
Makes it
felt like my
easier.
experience of playing the games, that could live
go.
in the world of Resident Evil. So this, I feel like this movie takes place alongside the events of Resident Evil 2. I like to think that everything that's going on in the police station could be happening in this world. This is just another dude on another mission on the other side of town, and like what's going on with him. So yeah, I mean, it's not canon in that I'm not using the characters, but it's canon in that it lives in the actual day of reckoning.
I don't recall
Raccoon
snow.
City. So he,
Bitch, he's
the
on
other side
our
of town.
tour. Let him cook.
Got to get into the center of it, and we're kind of with him as he goes through this gauntlet of set pieces as he gets deeper and deeper into town, and so what I love about the games is that every set piece brings with it unique new horrors.
Someone
And
good
so
is
I just wanted
making
to-
a
I
video
wanted the
game
rhythm
movie,
to
and
feel
Resident
like
Evil
it was
fans
always
can't be
changing, it was
normal
always
right now,
shifting.
and
You
it's
were
so
always
frustrating.
I'm super excited for this. You shut the fuck
No,
up.
I'm not referring to you. I'm referring
And you gotta
to
be aware of,
other people
resource management.
who
I've
are.
seen a few bad
health,
takes.
and
Yeah.
things like that. So I really did use a lot of cues from the games on how to build this thing out, and so yeah, it's a love letter to the games, which
Why
I
are zombies like blood bags when they fall off
fully
buildings?
obsessively love.
Hmm.
All right, so one of the things that
Because
I
it
love
looks
about
cool.
They're, like,
Resident Evil
popped.
is the
'Cause it looks
graduation from gun to gun to gun. So you can see in
I
the
would
first
I would
shot,
imagine that a
he's got
rotting,
pistol. That's the
ambulating
first
corpse
weapon
would pop
that he
more than a
acquires,
I guess
as
so.
he
Healthy
progresses,
person.
he'll graduate to the shotgun, and then ultimately he'll get an
He talks about this
MP5.
like it's a video
That's
game.
that's one of
Like
the fun
camera
things about playing
views
these
and
games.
stuff.
Whenever you get the new weapon, you're like, oh, fucking thank God. And so his
I don't know if I'm allowed
character
to
has
show their
that
lives.
reaction as he does it. A lot of this movie is like
Huh?
third person, so there's a steady cam following
Sure.
Austin, our actor, and
Come here, kid.
and it was really a dance between
Hi,
him and our
Bernadette.
camera operator. So
Hi,
when we had
Bernadette.
a really wide
I have a
lens,
baby,
we
by the
over
way.
his shoulder, and so
Bye-bye.
we like pivot around to look left.
Hi,
and
baby.
right, we swing around and look right. So I
Eat the
really
baby.
Say
tried to
hi.
incorporate just the
the
visual
baby.
language. of
Hi.
games
Oh, you meant the
into
baby.
movie. There's also a fair amount
Say
of
hi
first-person
with your mouth.
shooter stuff.
Say hi. You can say hi. You can speak. Say hi. Say any of the words you know.
She's already
Say ball.
speaking?
Say water.
Hello.
Say butters.
performance anxiety.
How does
Say,
how
what
are we
words
talking
do you
about?
know? Say fish. Can you say fish? Can you say more? Girl, you won't shut up half the time.
I don't believe you, Nolan. That's I think you're lying to us. Man, she's trolling you hard.
Oh, she always does.
Just making
Anytime
it
she
look like
walks
a
in here when
by
I'm
the
on like a work
people.
call, and she just like stares, and then it's literally her favorite thing to do: work call, FaceTime, whatever. As soon as you hang up, starts talking. Like as soon as she's like off camera, she just starts talking, and
got that
but
comedic
it's
timing.
definitely her bedtime.
She just knows.
Yeah. All right, can you say bye bye?
Bye.
Say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bryn, come on. Say bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Oh,
Say the words.
we got a
Say
wave.
the words bye bye. Can you blow a kiss?
Oh,
There we
Oh my
go.
god, my heart is melting.
Yeah. Okay, say bye bye. Say the words.
I've seen this episode of Friends.
All right, bye. Get out of here.
God, Nolan's such a
I don't know
liar.
if she said bye.
She had dancing frog.
Michigan J Frog, yeah.
She pulled that out of my drawer. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that was the cutest
Hello,
fucking
my
thing I've ever
baby.
seen.
Hello, my darling.
In this movie, that is, you know, the game's utilized sometimes, but really just like you're behind the character, and when they look right, you look right. When they look up, you look up, and just letting that be the most common visual language of the game.
I don't know. He just looked behind, and we didn't look behind.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
You know what British comedian is a big Resident Evil fan?
Visually gonzo movie.
I'll get
by
it.
far.
Probably plenty of
Any
them.
guesses?
How I like to play Resident
British.
Evil,
I mean,
especially the first time I played.
I don't
like to
know.
go really slow through the
8%
world
of the
and
population.
drink it in and
Bob
try and
Mortimer.
immerse myself.
Really?
You know,
Yeah.
I'm pretending
Okay,
I'm
sure.
there. Like
He
we all
used to
probably
play
do
all
that
the
game.
PS1 Resident
you know,
Evils.
Austin is our main character,
I mean,
Brian, I should say.
why not?
He's moving slowly
Hey,
through this world. So
everyone
I,
loves
in
Resident
any of
Evil.
my other movies, you know, I
It's
like to kind of, like,
timeless,
creep through these
all
dreadful
ages.
spaces,
Yeah.
and Resident Evil's
Multi-generational.
Yeah.
for a guy
He
like
talks
me.
about
It is-
creeping through dreadful
you know,
spaces,
really
and I
take
just
his
immediately had a
time
flashback to like
turning
the
down
first
a hallway,
45 minutes of
opening a
Barbarian and
door,
how I've
you
never
know,
been more
waiting for
uncomfortable
that Jack in the Box
and I'm
moment.
watching a horror
And,
movie.
so you know,
It is weird
that's
when
kind of what Austin's doing.
I'm
here.
like,
So
yo,
I
did you see the
stand
new
in the
Resident Evil
farmhouse.
movie?
I was a
And I'm
massive
talking to
fan of
like my
Austin after working on
40
Weapons, and I'm a bigger
plus
fan
year
of him
old
after making
coworker.
Resident
He's like,
Evil.
yeah.
He's just so,
And then another coworker's
he's
like,
so
oh, I love
fascinating.
Resident
He's the
Evil,
perfect
but it's like
avatar
a 22-year-old, and I'm
viewer.
like, wait.
And what I wanted was,
Yeah, that
Which
makes
version?
I wanted to do
sense.
a Resident Evil movie
What are you
where
talking
you're
about?
not following a badass with
I get-
military training. You're following
You know,
your
like
average gamer,
it's
like
crazy
me.
that it's a
Like, if
series
I
that was
thrust
very
into a Resident
popular
Evil
in the
game,
90s,
I would be
but is also
terrified, and I would be
very popular
missing
in
95% of the
2026.
shots I took. I would have
And
to
honestly,
load
Brad,
the guns as
We
I
are
go.
talking right
Impressive.
over
I've played
the
with an
director.
MP5, you know, for
Excuse
how
me,
many
excuse
You wanted to watch
hours
this.
playing video games, but if I have one in my hand, I'm
I'm
like,
reading.
where's the safety? How does this work? And so I think it's just kind of fun to be following somebody with
Sorry, I'm not a baby.
no combat experience whatsoever as they're, you know, walking.
I guess she
through
wasn't
hell with
talking
a
over
machine
the
gun.
trailer
What he's
either.
carrying is important, and
Yeah.
and he doesn't know
When
the whole
cuter she
picture when
was.
he accepts the job of what he's been tasked with. And
So he's like
Austin
a
is just kind of
courier
this,
or
like,
something?
Perfect, very lovable,
No.
but by
Well,
no
maybe.
means
He looks like an
badass
Amazon
guy.
worker.
I think he's just a
With, like, vest.
survivor
And
guy
his
on a
reactions
mission.
to the
Oh my god, what if the new Resident Evil
I
was starring
love
an
it. I love it.
Amazon driver?
And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
As long as it's not FedEx.
I just really love the idea of like you're moving through a sewer, you have no idea what's in front of you, and you come around a corner. And
Well, if
you
it was
see a
FedEx, the
gigantic,
package wouldn't even
obese,
get past
naked,
get to the destination.
hairless man.
It'd just get run
sitting
over or
facing
something.
you. It's like, to me, it's just like what is about.
This is the
to go
junkie
down?
from
I
Weapons?
like the question.
This guy, this actor?
And, what does go
Not this
down,
guy,
I am
but I
also
mean the main
pretty-
guy.
Main
Honestly,
character?
it's like,
Yeah,
Austin
this
is
guy.
perfect
He doesn't
for the
look like
of
him,
This guy.
but
He comes
maybe-
from the
maybe I
book
haven't
Blood
seen-
Meridian. There's a character called the Judge in that book who's described as like a 7 foot tall, maybe albino hairless man, and I love the image of that guy, and so this is just my little
I love that image.
You love the image of that guy.
And it's also it's like I don't have a nemesis in this movie.
Baron Harkonnen
that the games use, which is like this gigantic hulking,
kind of, yeah, you're right.
Terminator that's following you, but this is also like a little.
He's definitely not going to be following you.
To the nemesis. I don't want
this
to
is
give
crazy.
too much away of the whatever it is that's coming out of the door, but I
don't know what he's referring to here.
That there's a mechanic that I've
that's crazy. That
like a
so
Rat
cool.
King kind of thing.
It might be in some of the
He
games.
might be.
I just can't remember it being in some of the games.
He might be thinking of Last of Us too.
It's a way
but also like,
and it's something that kind of pursues him throughout the movie.
It's a way the infected interact with each other.
I'm really excited.
I think it is probably some sort of Rat King style zombie.
It seems like they're like stuck together.
Has any Resident Evil had something like that? 5?
I don't know, not really.
Believe it or not,
but I mean that's
doesn't
fine.
Utilize zombies that much.
There might have been something in 6.
He's saying that
stuff than the
zombies.
There's not zombies in this movie.
Scenes, maybe 3 actually. Now that I think about it, where there's like proper zombie stuff going on, and 2 of those 3 are in this trailer. There's this one right here. And then there's the one where he's running through the city streets and zombies are like detonating around him. But other than that, it's not I wouldn't call this like a zombie movie necessarily. I just feel like you have this opportunity for the T-virus.
It's a monster
to do all
movie.
these really fascinating things to the human body and to the world around you, and so to just
he's got a good point. I feel like the memorable
film.
The memorable stuff from Resident Evil are some of the
really vary it up.
Non-regular zombies and stuff.
Okay, great. So I'm glad you picked on the drawers and the empty shotgun, because one of the things that like is so
this is half of an interview. I feel like I'm watching Telling Lies.
You're constantly searching for healing
or playing Telling
Lies. Like, dude, you put this trailer together, man. What are you talking about?
He's found a shotgun. He's got no shells. He's got to find the shells. So he's got to like comb this house for these.
Well, he probably didn't.
Yeah, you're right. He probably didn't.
And so you can't really do a proper love letter to the games without that. And so I've also hidden some. I think you can see one in this trailer. Maybe there's a plant. Camera left over his right shoulder. You can kind of see it in the movie. The shot is farther than you can see it. But I took the green herb from Resident Evil 4 and I replicated the bucket exactly. You can see the bucket there at the very end of that shot with the horizontal copper striping on it.
Yay!
The herb is like exact.
It's just an attention to
just
detail.
Listen, lore boy.
Is probably the game I've played the most out of this series is 4.
Lore boy.
Even though this probably lives in the world of 2, I just wanted to use a little bit of 4.
Keeps cutting to 3 though.
Just because it's my favorite.
He didn't
and I
make
also
this,
have
bro.
some other items.
Literally,
I
IGN'd
kind of scattered around in this movie that people will notice. As much as 4 is the game I've played the most, I don't think it's very scary.
It is the best.
4 does not do nearly as much atmospheric
4 is pretty scary
lifting as later games.
But he's not wrong.
Your very first time
the
through.
Moment of any Resident Evil
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
8 when you're being pursued by the giant.
Everyone's first time through
also
is
true.
their first time through.
That was pretty scary.
Some of the games,
like your first
Understatement.
time in the village,
building dread and suspense and terror. But the reason that I keep coming back to 4 is because the world is so big, the game is so huge, the mechanics are fantastic.
It is the best.
And it does lean a little bit more action than some of the more horror-centric ones. But I don't know.
See, when I say that, Brad jumps down my throat.
Yeah, well,
I'm always
wait.
interested
No,
in
I agree with
how
that
it
though.
kind
I
of
don't
goes
disagree
from
with that.
location to location, and you got to go through. At some point you're on a boat, and then you're on like a.
It is certainly more actiony
Doom
than
kind of
a
mine
classic
cart
Resident Evil
thing
game,
going
but it's
on.
just better.
It's just like there's so much to
I
do
mean, me and
with
Zach
that game,
Kreger
and I think
agree. I guess you can
that's something that I
enjoy.
Yeah, he's
uh,
making a movie that doesn't look anything like
you and Wes Anderson or Wes Anderson. You and
Paul W.S.
Paul W.S.
Paul
Anderson
Thomas.
can agree that
took from that
on
that
Resident
game.
Evil games, and me and Zach
And one
Kreger
of the
will
other
agree
things
on
that is
Resident
in this
Evil
movie
games. I
that-
guess.
that comes directly from the games is the need for keys and
I want to see a
padlocks
Wes
being
Anderson Resident
barriers.
Evil
You know, if
movie.
you've ever
Actually,
played one of these games, you know that
sounds
you always
kinda
come to a locked door and you don't have what you need to get to the other
Fuck,
side,
it's not the same
and you have to go through hell to get the key to get out of here. And so that happens, I'd say, about 4 times over the course of this.
Stop
movie.
giving
And
us
it's like,
numbers.
what
We don't need to know
what
how
is
many
with all
times they
the
happen.
padlocks, man? Anyone who's played the games will
Dude, I would
recognize
watch the shit out of
exactly,
Wes
what I'm
Anderson's
doing.
Resident
Yeah, dude.
Evil.
I mean, it'd be fascinating.
It takes place almost in real time, but not really. There's a lot of time jumps.
He
but
made this
yeah, it takes
movie
place over the
quick.
course of
Now, that's
one
fine.
evening.
It is just a
I'm
Resident
sort
Evil
of
movie.
existing just
I
adjacent
like
to it
Barbarian.
because
I think it's a
I'm
really
not
fun
obsessed
horror
with the
movie. I think
timeline.
Weapons
For me, it's
is
like
like
this is the
one of the best
first
movies
night
of last
that
year,
the
horror
T-virus
or
is broken
otherwise.
out. And in
I
this
I don't
movie,
think
it, like,
I don't think it's
started
gonna be
in
like a
Raccoon
like a
City, and he's gotta
Weapons,
go
but
straight into the eye of the storm.
I mean,
And so
I don't
I
think
think
we've
this
ever
is gonna
had like
have
a
more-
serious
that's the deal. So
film
I believe that,
director,
when
like,
Leon arrives
do
at
any
the
like
police
video
station,
game
that's
thing, right?
still kind of like days
Right.
Like between
where
this and
freshly gone wrong. So that's
Exit
the
8?
timeline. Now I
I'm
know
gonna-
that Raccoon City gets
How-
really
By the way, that
You'll
movie's
talk
pretty
about
good.
it?
and I'm
Yeah.
Talk about
I'm a little fuzzy
Spoilers.
on the timeline of when the nuke drops versus the day Leon, sets foot in the police station.
Talking about
That
war
nuking
stuff. I'm just
doesn't
gonna
happen in
piss
this
off
movie,
Chris
which is why
Davis.
I'm not totally like brushed up on all that stuff.
Say again, I'm sorry.
But so
He's
so,
he's
yeah,
talking
this
about the
exists-
nuke from
this exists on, like, day one in
RE3.
Raccoon City. Shit just went south.
This is right. I mean, we're not going to see Leon, right? I mean, but
studio and a production company.
If that's what he
that
wants you to think.
really
he says
supported
there's
me
stuff.
and never got in the way of we got to make sure we're doing X, Y, or Z. Like I was given nothing but support, and so I know there's all kinds of horror stories you hear about filmmakers dabbling with IP and running into all sorts of frustrations, but I truly didn't have
But
that.
Jill's beret. We want Jill's
I'm in, like, a seriously
beret.
messed up situation right now.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Wait, we're gonna do all
That
these
movie's
trailers, and we're not gonna watch the Alien trailer.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't even know if you would want to call that a trailer.
Yeah, that's not video
teaser.
game related, bro. It's not. That's not.
You
video
mean-
game related.
It
Street
is video
Fighter,
game
Mortal
related.
Kombat,
Wait.
Resident Evil. Those are
Wait a
video
second.
games. What is he talking about? A movie?
No, the Alien Isolation 2 teaser.
Oh, I didn't
But
see
it's
that.
literally
That's
like-
from today.
What do we?
no, it's from like last weekend.
Yeah.
It must not have
Sunday.
made a very big splash. What the fuck? Why haven't I
What are
even
you
heard of
talking
this?
about? We were like, as soon as it happened, we were having a huge conversation about it in Discord.
Why did that randomly come out on a Saturday?
It may not have been over the weekend. I don't.
We knew about
Maybe.
this project. We did.
I honestly didn't. I didn't think this was. I didn't think this was ever.
They
going to
announced
happen.
it. They had announced it like with nothing
Did
to
they?
show. Yeah. Like last year
Well,
at some point.
Yes, Wall Carl, I was creaming my pants.
Can I
Okay,
add it real quick?
go
Yeah,
for
you
it.
can go ahead and add it.
It is. If let me just say this though, if that Resident Evil trailer was called a teaser, this is much less a teaser, or much more a teaser than that, because
I added it.
it's like nothing.
Okay.
But it
Let me
it's ex-
refresh.
I hate you, Crispy. What the fuck?
What did I do?
What the fuck? Oh my god! I
If
actually
you didn't
feel
want
violated.
pictures of it on the internet, you shouldn't have kissed them, okay?
Sure, I guess. Sometimes it's hard.
I know, right? You just want to hug them and kiss them.
I genuinely can't believe this is happening.
Even though they announced it like a year and a half ago that they're doing.
I think I was so like.
Where's the rest of it? I didn't show.
That's
anything.
it. That was a teaser. That's a
not a teaser.
teaser.
It was.
That's not a teaser.
That is literally what the word teaser was, because like, there used to be teasers and then trailers. Now they're calling trailers teasers, and it drives me crazy.
Yes.
And
And then the trailers are like 4 or 5 minutes long.
That Resident Evil trailer that we just watched was labeled a teaser,
Yeah.
even though it's almost 2 minutes long.
Yeah, but it doesn't do much to actually set up characters or narrative. It's just like a bunch of.
But like, I don't feel like
shots. It's a.
I
like a
feel like
sizzle reel.
trailers should like that's what trailers
I
should be
didn't see any
striving for,
scissoring,
anyways.
Crispy.
Trailers should at least. If you're gonna watch a trailer, you should have some idea of what the movie's about.
I feel like I got enough out of that Resident Evil trailer to be satisfied. Like I will, my butt will be in seat on release weekend or whatever.
Will your butt be in
after that
seat for
trailer.
Street Fighter though? A month later.
I mean, I'm not really a Street Fighter guy, but if somebody tells me it's good, I'll go watch it.
He did buy Street Fighter 6, but
I did buy Street Fighter 6, and I regret it.
hey Nick, can I borrow your PSVR 2, please?
Sure.
You know where I live. Thank you.
Yeah, VR. What's up?
This
Pussy?
motherfucker.
Well, I don't know where you live.
Yeah, it's time you learned.
You
How
were
do you not know where he
invited to his
lives?
housewarming party.
Come
He
find
didn't
me.
come.
I was
He's never been to my
invited.
house. He's never been to my house.
Well, I've only been invited one time, and then my kids were horribly
Was it-
sick that day, so we didn't go. But
So Nick wouldn't let them come over.
then he
Yeah.
didn't invite me anymore.
Go to the post office and just
I don't
ask for
believe you.
him by name.
Oh my god. That is
Hokum looks scary.
All right. This is a unsafe work environment for you, Nick.
Have y'all ever seen Caveat?
Yes. Wait.
Caveat.
Yes. No. I was thinking of
The director
Never mind.
of Hokum and Oddity.
Mhm.
Also
I was thinking of
made-
Oddity. I've seen Oddity, and Oddity was amazing.
Caveat he did like several years before Oddity. It's also really good. It's weird. It is.
I think I have that on my watch list. I do. Is there something about a bunny or in that movie that I'm
Yeah,
like,
actually.
okay.
I mean, there's like a
something coming-
bunny like doll kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's mostly about a dude on a chain. Not to be confused with the other movie with the dude on the chain.
Is that Carlos and the Blair Witch Project or
Yeah,
something?
you don't remember this? This is an old one. I'm cycling.
Yeah.
The classics,
Which-
man.
Which they just announced another Blair Witch movie.
What?
Can we
Yeah.
talk about No Time to Die real quick?
Sure. Are you staying for the podcast?
Hold up, Brad. It's the only reason I came.
Okay.
I want to talk about No Time to Die. Strange movie. Really strange.
It is a strange movie.
Let's
I
do
think
that once we started recording.
Wait,
I don't think
are you
it's a-
staying for the recording?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well then let's do it on the podcast.
Yay.
One
No
segment.
one's
show.
happy.
All right. Testing 1 2.
Testing.
All right, everybody make sure you're recording the right microphone.
I am.
Test 1 2.
For the record, I said that last week too, even when you weren't here, Crispy, so it's not just you.
I am recording.
But we all had a good chuckle after he said that.
I am
Could you
also
imagine?
recording.
Not
All right.
recording on the correct microphone.
No one would ever do that.
Whoa! I did once get an audio file that was like, it sounded like I was in a wind tunnel. And someone
to say-
was,
Like all farts.
Yeah, I probably recorded it in my fucking wind tunnel, Nick.
I am recording.
It's fair. That's fair assessment. All right, we are recording, so let's do a quick sound check or roll call, whatever it's called. Brad,
Brad.
Crispy,
Hello. Sorry, I was sipping.
Nolan,
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
and Chris Davis.
Hello, I'm speaking into the microphone.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 873. It is April 30th, 2026. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by Brad Simons,
Up.
Christopher Guthridge,
Hello. Hello.
Christopher Davis,
Good evening.
and an elusive Pokemon has appeared. Nolan Hedstrom is graced us with his
Hey.
presence. Hello, Nolan.
Yeah, hi, everybody. I'm here now for
Is there more
tonight.
accurate terminology for elusive in like the Pokemon
I've-
universe? What would you call a rare? Like a shiny?
shiny?
Nolan?
Shiny.
Should I have said
Shiny
shiny?
Nolan.
Species. He's an
shiny-
invasive
I
mean,
Nolan.
I would just legendary or mythical is generally the rare
There
one.
you go. There you go.
A mythical
we're-
Pokemon has appeared.
We're
So,
doing,
yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, if I say this wrong, Nolan's gonna call me out.
Nah.
But I was pretty sure elusive. That I feel like when I was playing like Pokemon Red way back in the day, there was like an elusive Pokemon has appeared, like when you were walking through the grass. Am I crazy?
It would just be a wild
Fuck.
insert
A
Pokemon
wild
name
whatever.
has appeared.
I could have said wild. That
No,
works
no,
too. Anyways,
we're gonna do Monster Hunter story system, and in this case, he's an invasive Nolan. So if we kill this Nolan, track him back to his lair, we can find rare Nolan eggs, and we unlock this area as part of our habitat restoration, where we can breed stronger Nolans with different elements.
Dread King,
I love
Dread
this.
King,
Dread
or
King Nolan.
Dread Queen Nolan.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on board with that. All of that sounded good.
Dude,
Nolan's
Monster
really all
Hunter
about that
Story is
breeding.
kind of sick.
Oh man. Anyways, guys, we're gonna talk about video game stuff tonight, but I think we're gonna open with some banter, some movie stuff. Crispy was desperate to talk about.
No. Don't put this on me. Nick, what was the movie you watched yesterday?
I watched today, actually.
You watched today.
I went to see Exit 8.
How was it? Oh, that's the horror game, right?
Yeah,
About the
yeah.
subway where you're like
An anomaly
spot
game.
anomalies.
Yeah, it's literally like I have not played Exit 8. My wife has. That's why she wanted to see it more than anything. And then we had somebody else tell us it was really good. I didn't even watch a trailer for it before I went in, so I went in kind of blind. I didn't even honestly know too much about the game.
A sleeper hit though.
It is. It's okay. It's really good.
It's anomaly slop. There's like, oh wait, are you talking about the game or the
movie?
Yeah, the movie. The movie. I mean, the movie is so authentic to like the game's mechanics, but it also layers in like a deeply like personal human story to it. Like I don't want to give too much away, but like the character who gets stuck in this loop is like going through some shit, and he's trying to
human personal story.
Yeah,
the movie has an emotional core.
It's about depression or something.
No. The main character finds out his ex-girlfriend that he just broke up with is pregnant.
Okay.
And like he's wrestling with like, oh my god, am I ready to be a father situation? And then he ends up in this loop in the subway, and some shit happens. But like it's crazy because like the movie does such a good job of like teaching the audience the mechanics,
the rules, dude. But see,
the
that's
rules,
the thing.
the way
a
you
good
win
horror
the game.
movie has rules, and that game is all about the rules. You go back if you detect an anomaly. If you don't, you go forward.
Yes, but like the way they play with the way they play with his mind, and like to the point, like it's to the point where like you're going through this loop, like almost the entire movie takes place in the confines of this like loop of this like L-shaped subway hall, whatever. And they somehow managed to do some crazy shit with it to the point where like I'm watching it and I'm looking for anomalies at the same time as the character, and like sometimes when they finally point out the anomaly, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't notice that. Or like you notice something before the character does. Like it's so good, it's so effective, and it has an emotional core to it, and it has an ending that I think was really poignant, really well done.
That's awesome.
Probably one of the best video game adaptations I've ever seen.
It is the highest rated video.
You know, it's I don't know why. Hearing you describe that made me think of Hundreds of Beavers as a movie that's like a really good video game movie. That
it's a movie.
Video game adaptation. Like
that's a movie. Oh, that is a.
It is a movie.
I don't know why I thought that was an actual game for a second. But
it's not a game. It's a movie. No. But it has that like weirdly like specific sort of internal logic and rules and sense that like they teach you in the first act, and then it kind of like goes on from there. It doesn't matter. But the emotional core is what I was kind of thinking about, because the movie I want to talk about has an emotional core, and I don't know if it's better for it or not.
Interesting. I'm really surprised it took you this long to see this movie, but
no, I'm not. I refused to watch this movie.
Oh, like, really?
I didn't want to watch it because I hated Spectre so much.
Oh, that's fair.
I did not like Spectre. And I was just like not interested in what is essentially a direct sequel to Spectre called No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. It is actually a pretty good movie. Like I had a lot of fun watching it. It's way better than Spectre. And I honestly genuinely think it is the third best Daniel Craig Bond movie.
And I think that's because when you say it like that, I feel like there's this like
I'm
instinct
I'm
to be like,
assuming
well, that sounds
one
bad.
is Skyfall
Mm,
or Casino Royale.
I think
Casino
Casino Royale
Royale
is a
and
little
Casino
better
Royale.
than Skyfall.
Easily.
Casino
you-
Royale and
you-
Skyfall are so hot. Like they're such high bars.
Skyfall is great. Skyfall's a really fun movie. I think it's a little too forward with its influences to be truly great. And
Okay.
and in the way that like all Bonds, like Bond as a franchise is very reactionary to like what's going on in the world and in movies at the time.
Yeah.
I think Skyfall is a little too reactionary. It's like it's the only kind of reactionary that you get after like a movie like Quantum of Solace where like nobody liked it and then you're like, I don't know what to do. Okay, let's make a Batman movie starring James Bond. And then that's what they do, and it's really good. But you're like, okay, but that's
Also,
a Batman
it's like
movie, you know?
But like that movie has the whole like Home Alone finale too, which I thought was
Yeah,
so
but
good.
but also
Little
that
bit, yeah.
movie directly contradicts a lot of the like characterization of this new Bond that they've done. Like in Casino Royale, they spent a lot of time being like, no, he's like a poor fucker who's been picked to join the ranks of MI6 and given a license to kill. He doesn't come from anything. And it turns out, no, he actually does kind of come from money. He has this kind of like old blood to him. And then that gets taken a step further in Spectre to be like, oh yeah, and also he has a foster brother who is Blofeld, who is the author of all his pain. And I hate that. Can't do it. Can't
That's
fucking
fair.
do it.
That is fair.
That was a bad call. Yeah.
That was such a bad call. And like the first couple movies of this James Bond thing set up this whole thing with Quantum and Mr. White, and then it's
Yeah.
like, no, that was all just kind of like part of this bigger thing going on. And then they do the same thing again in No Time to Die, where they're like, oh, all that Spectre stuff that was crazy last movie, no, it's gone. We got rid of all that. They're all dead. There's another crazy thing going on, and it's about revenge, and it's about James Bond's backstory. Like, you know, I don't know, it's a little weird. Lisa Seydoux being like the only Bond girl to carry over from one movie to the next movie, and for him, can I get a little spoilery?
Go for
I
it.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 years, right?
It's
Yeah,
not a new
yeah.
movie by any means.
Yeah,
I mean, if
for-
you're worried
for-
about spoilers
for
on No
them
Time to
to-
Die, you can
Yeah.
mute it or
Skip
fast
ahead.
forward a bit.
Time to
Give me like 20-30 minutes and then come back. For that to be a thing, like for Lisa Seydoux to be the only Bond girl to have like carried over between films as a character, part of the story, and to be like the second one of these Bond girls in the Daniel Craig movies that he's like, I'm leaving MI6 for, you know? And for him to like also have a kid with her, like, I don't know that the character makes sense to be that woman, right? Like the way Vesper Lind and that whole situation fucks him up, I get. I don't know that I get why the whole Lea Seydoux. I don't know what they don't have the kind of chemistry that
Ava
him and
Green,
Vesper Lynd.
dude.
Yeah, did not
I mean,
have
Ava
that.
Who
kind
would?
of
Who
chemistry.
would?
So it's like okay, this feels a little wasted, and the family aspect of this movie is such a roller coaster for me because it goes scene to scene. Like it works in this scene and it doesn't work in this scene, and it works in this scene and it doesn't work in this scene. One of the weirdest parts, like the part that really made me like disassociate from the movie and be like, what am I watching, was the Range Rover chase. He like
Oh, yeah,
has
I
the
knew- I knew you
family
were
in the
gonna bring that up.
car and they're doing the
Yeah.
chase. Is that a common thing? Like, are people like, what was that? Like,
I like
what
that
was
scene,
that?
but
Like, what was that? It's so weirdly like it's joyless and not like it's thrilling and kind of tense, but like it's filled with very traditional like tropey goons, like all driving black Range Rovers, black motorcycles, all wearing the same like ominous black suits. They all have guns, but not a single shot is fired in the whole like 5-minute sequence. Like, and he's just like trick driving them to defeat them, and it's like because there's a kid, I don't know what's going on, and it's weird, and it doesn't feel like James Bond. And from that point on, a lot of aspects of the movie do not feel like a James Bond movie. It feels more like a movie that Daniel Craig would make after doing his last James Bond movie in a sort of like meta textual bit of casting of like, what if we did a movie about not James Bond and it's like about him retiring and having a family and then getting pulled back into that life. Like it what I'm saying is it's not a James Bond movie. Like these things used to be pretty procedural, right? Like they weren't really about Bond, they were about what's the mission, right? Like the villain, what's going on. All of these movies though have had to have been about Bond, even though they really kind of like wrapped up his arc at the end of Casino Royale. If they had like done Casino Royale, ended that movie, think about how that movie ends. It's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's incredible. The only time you hear the Bond theme in that movie is at the end after he's gone through all that shit and he is truly the James Bond that we know. He shoots Mr. White in the leg and he says the line, Bond, James Bond. And like cut to black. Perfect. Great.
It's maybe the best Bond movie. GoldenEye.
I mean, it's in the top five. It's in the top five.
I've long considered it my favorite.
I don't know. I mean, GoldenEye's incredible. And like
GoldenEye is good.
And I'm really partial to Moonraker, but that's not like a good movie.
Really?
Interesting choice.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it when I was young enough to be like, oh, sick, you know? Like,
I'm partial to
old Roger Moore in space.
I'm partial to Christopher Walken and his blimp.
Also,
that was A View to a Kill, I think.
Walken, also, Thunderball is just absurd. Thunderball is like maybe the quintessential movie that it's like the episode of Star Trek.
I'll give it that.
You're in a Bond face? What's going on, Crispy? What's going on?
Yeah, no, I wasn't until my roommate forced me to watch this movie last night.
What about the first
like,
light
you haven't
previews?
seen He's like, you haven't seen No Time to Die. We're watching it right now. And he made
Can
me
I also
watch it.
just say,
Nick, have you been watching the first light
yes,
previews?
but real quick, let me just get this thought out because I just want to say,
is it good or bad?
Wait, it's good. It's good. I just want to get this thought out because there's never going to be another opportunity to talk about No Time to Die, I'm sure, on this podcast. So I just want to give a shout out to the theme song for No Time to Die. That Billie Eilish song is so fucking good. So fucking good.
Pretty good. They've had some good ones.
Billie Eilish, who's he?
Yeah, me.
Wow.
The Chris Cornell one though is fucking sick. I love it. I even like the Jack Black one, but like after that they got scared again and were like, okay, we gotta go back to pop singers. Wait, and
what?
And then they did,
Adele.
Chris Cornell.
Adele for Skyfall.
Jack Black? Chris Cornell?
Jack.
No,
Jack
White. That's
White
why I was so
White.
confused.
I'm sorry.
Chris Cornell? Chris Cornell did a
Jack White.
song?
Yes.
Cornell.
Okay.
Jack White.
Could you imagine if they do a James Bond movie with Jack Black doing the theme song?
That's why I was confused.
I bet Jack Black and Chris Parnell have probably done a skit together.
He did.
Yeah.
They have. He did. He did that Britney Spears song when he was promoting the last Kung Fu Panda movie, and it was pretty good. But oh baby, yeah.
Let's not forget Lava Chicken.
Lava. You mean Chicken Jackie? Chicken Jackie. Yeah. No Time to Die. Pretty cool, I guess. At the end, like
I will just say
it was trying too hard to make me feel sad about a man being murdered by 19,000 Tomahawk missiles. Like,
look.
Like, what?
I just want to say that like everything you said about this movie is definitely true.
Dude, the Radiohead song. They should have picked the Radiohead song over the other one. I'm sorry. The other one's fine. The Radiohead.
You mean for Spectre?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would have been the one good thing about that movie. But
listen, if you go and like read about the production of No Time to Die, it's actually like all these like weird decisions make sense because like there were so many like rewrites and
it's also
I think it changed directors.
It feels that way because it does feel like it, like tonally it switches into like 4 or 5 different movies at different points. The main plot really doesn't even kick in until like halfway through. Like the whole beginning was like, it is weird and jumbled and you can feel the rewrites. And
I'm gonna watch that this weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's got Anna de Armas and like she's like
the most autistic Bond girl? Yeah. Like,
yes.
Like, we
amazing.
have the first openly autistic Bond girl. Yeah. But
amazing.
For like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, I know. It's tragic.
Christoph Waltz being a compelling villain, and he's only in it for 5 minutes. Like,
also autistic.
Yeah. And then
also autistic.
Yeah.
I don't know
Also
what he was doing.
autistic. He has a lot of weird run-ins with autistic people. There's a scene in Cuba with him and Felix where they're doing dialogue. They're doing they're reading the words from the script at each other, and it is awful. And I know it's a reshoot scene. I know it's a scene that they shot 6 weeks after they wrapped principal photography. It has to be. It's crazy how bad they both are in that one scene compared to the rest of the movie. I love Lea Seydoux as an actress. You guys know my feelings about Death Stranding.
I do. She's good.
She isn't
A
that
hot wrinkly
compelling to me.
body. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. The wrinkles. Whew. The service to mass ratio is crazy.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Nooks and crannies, baby. Nooks and crannies.
Yeah, I don't find her that compelling in this movie, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the missiles, and then they're like, James Bond will return. I thought it was kind of weird at the end, too, when the new 007 was like, I think James should be 007 again before this big mission. And they're all like, whatever, okay. And then
that
didn't
was
come up.
weird.
Nobody ever calls him 007. And
I agree with you on that, Crispy.
It was better when they were butting heads because what changed? Why was she I mean, I get it. She begrudgingly respects him. And there is this weird undercurrent of characters being James Bond fans, which is 1,000% a product of modern fan culture seeping into the fiction that it's fans of, which is really common these days. A lot of stuff is about itself and about the fandom around it. Doesn't work for James Bond. You can't have a super secret agent who has fans. That's stupid. They make fun of that on Archer all the time. Anyone would even know he's a spy. That's dumb.
It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. What is the fan aspect in the movie?
Oh. So I mean, what I'm saying is the new 007, her begrudging respect ultimately comes from a place of she looks up to him, right? Because he's James Bond, right? And she's an MI6 agent.
They're I don't want to say they're coworkers, but
it's an internal fandom.
They're not coworkers.
Yeah.
She's never formally met him before the movie. They start off butting heads, and then by the end of it, it's not just her personal experience with him, but it's also she knows who he is already. That's why she goes out of her way to
But I think that's just
no, stop. I'm not. This isn't an argument about that. I'm just saying because. If that's not true, the other guy, the guy who's working for the CIA, who's a mole, who's God, I'm such a fan of his, literally fucking says the line. That is in the movie kind of subtextually, or it was at some point, and then they just didn't do anything with it, and it's dumb.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, my assumption is Felix probably told this guy. He didn't maybe say I blah 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 James Bond. He might have said oh, I worked with this guy from MI6 and he did all this crazy cool stuff.
That might be true. It doesn't matter how you justify it in the story because the textual purpose of it in the thing as a movie is to make a comment about people being James Bond fans, that he is a venerated figure. He's a venerated figure in our culture, and now in the movies, he's a venerated figure in his own culture.
Well,
You know what I'm
whenever
saying?
they do another one, it's going to be a whole new thing. So that the Daniel Craig era
it's got to be a reboot
tied off.
now. I mean, unless they RoboCop him, which I mean,
I don't think they're ever going to rope him back into another one.
Also, I realized while watching this movie,
caught
I
up.
could never write a James Bond movie because every time I think something's going to happen, it doesn't happen, and then I realize that's what would have happened if it was an Austin Powers movie.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's.
I think I could write
they
an
got their
Austin
ideas?
Powers movie.
Do you think he
Lions,
really just liked
Austin
Casino
Powers
Royale
goes
because
crazy.
of Sebastian Foucan?
Maybe. Also, Patrick.
Who is that
Williams-
again?
You don't know Sebastian Foucan?
No, who's that?
Come on, the free runner.
The guy that do that whole
at the very
hardcore
beginning,
free runner
dude. That
sequence
opening
in the
scene
movie.
in Casino Royale, dude.
Yeah.
Casino Royale's so
And then they
fucking
don't really.
good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, and it's very much a product of its time. It's
Well, once again, it's a
intricate
product. I'm just referencing the fact that it's a product of the time because when that came out, parkour was
the
at the height of it, and
That was
Sebastian
the thing.
Foucan was one of the most famous parkour.
It was.
parkour, identity,
Parkour.
or whatever you want to call them. So,
It was the niche sport of its day, much like pickleball or HEMA is today.
Are you saying pickleball is going to be in the next James
Pickleball
Bond?
and HEMA. Yeah, there's gonna be a pickleball sequence. He's gonna have to go
Dude,
to
honestly,
a multinational
I can see
pickleball tournament in Dubai. You know it's gonna happen.
Not that. I just it's definitely
And
an
he's gonna
older
team
Bond.
team up with an
No,
Israeli
and
agent.
like if you look at the older like Sean Connery and Roger Moore Bonds, they definitely had like a random scene where they're like playing tennis or golf or something, just to kind of move along the exposition. I could see that in a new one with them playing pickleball.
You know, this is random, but like because Crispy brought up Moonraker, and I was like, if you asked me back in the day, because I used to like watch the the classic James Bond movies all the time, and the one that always stuck with me was Live and Let Die. I think the one where he runs where he runs across the alligators.
Hey, Nolan.
It's also just the fact that they
wait.
really strapped down some live alligators and made a stuntman run across them, and that's fucking insane that they did that.
Is fucking insane.
That
multiple
is
times.
Wild. Also, there's the one where he's dressed as a clown, like holding a grenade, and he crashes through someone's window. It doesn't matter.
That was me playing.
One more suggestion before Brad forces us to move on.
To video games.
To video games. Shut up. I don't care. Patrick Willems on YouTube has a really good video about the Daniel Craig Bonds. He talks a lot about this movie. I watched it after I watched the movie because I was like, I need to hear what other people think about this. I was going crazy. He makes a really compelling argument that Spectre and this movie together form a weird 5-hour, like sort of remake, reimagining of On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
That's interesting.
Which is the one George Lazenby.
Yeah.
Bond movie, the one where he leaves the service to get married and then gets pulled back in, and there's something about a plot with a virus, and one of them ends up dead at the end of the movie. Like, it's kind of compelling, and it kind of made me want to watch that movie.
I need to go watch
check it out.
That video.
You should look at that video. It's a good video.
Last movie thing, I just totally random. I did also watch that movie Apex on Netflix last weekend with Charlize Theron and
Charlize Theron
and Tom, is it Tom Egerton?
Joel Edgerton?
Joel. Yeah, Joel. Is it
from
Joel?
That one movie that I keep accidentally watching because I can't remember that's what it's called?
Sure. Taron Egerton?
Oh, that's different.
Oh, that's the guy from.
I wish it was.
Anyways, this is all to say.
James Bond.
This is all to say, it was a pretty good movie. It was fun. It was a fun movie.
Do people know what that is, though?
Apex? I mean, probably, unless you've been paying attention, it's like being marketed like fucking crazy now. But like,
okay.
It's basically Charlize Theron is like actually, the opening of this movie, if you liked the game Cairn, which a lot of us here do like, it was giving me flashbacks to Cairn because it takes place on a mountain and she's climbing the mountain. She's like a thrill seeker or whatever, and she ends up going to the Australian outback, and she gets followed by this guy into the outback, and she finds out he's actually a serial killer who like basically hunts people through the outback or whatever. So that's
just an Australian, really.
Yeah, it's just Australia. I mean, it gets a little bit weirder and freakier than that, but I thought it was fun. So I'm just going to put that out there into the world. Do what you will with it. If you want to bring it full circle to video games, you could finally say what your piece about the 007
I watched the movie too, but you could just follow me on Letterboxd, I guess. I'm not going to waste your time.
Losers. Take it over to Letterboxd, you losers.
Brad,
I saw you on Letterboxd, Crispy, and you had like
I haven't touched Letterboxd in 10 years.
Like 2020.
Don't you fucking start with me. Oh,
these fuckers only made it Letterboxd.
What untruth did I speak on my Letterboxd?
Nothing, man. I'm just gonna say,
Brad, for the love of God, I'm trying to give you an opening to talk about the 007 First Light previews because you were trying to get a word in about that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
No, I was gonna move on to Nolan. What's Nolan been up to?
What's up, Nolan?
Yeah, what's the last non-Pokemon game you've played, Nolan?
Oh fuck. Hold on.
Nobody knows.
The last non-Pokemon.
That was not Tears of the Kingdom.
I mean, honestly, probably. Yeah. I mean, I on the odd occasion in the recent past, I kind of dabbled a little bit in some Binding of Isaac. It's kind of always one of those games that I can kind of go back to and just kind of.
Any mutants?
Well, yes, thank you. I did play a very good chunk of Mutagenics. Definitely
There
did
we
not
go.
get anywhere near far enough in it.
It's too big. It's
And then
massive.
before that, it would have been like Blueprints.
Blueprints was good.
It's a good fucking
Yeah,
game.
and I can't remember what it was. For some reason, that was in the zeitgeist somewhere recently. I don't know if they were like re-releasing it or doing something. Maybe it was. No, I think honestly,
they released it on Switch, I think. In like
I think that might have
consoles.
been it, and someone like made a
Or
reel about
Switch.
it. And it was the first time Bernadette
Switch
saw
too?
it in text without me just talking at her about it, and she was like, "Wait, Blueprints?
It's called
Like,
Blueprints. I thought it was
yeah,
called Blueprints.
exactly.
But the game's about blueprints.
Exactly.
I mean, guys, I'll admit that it took me longer than I would like to admit to actually
Yeah, we know, Nick.
pick up on that.
Yeah, Alucard. You know, we struggle.
You have a history.
You have reverse dyslexia, or you have
you have not dyslexia but dysnumeria.
But anyway, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Besides, I have still honestly I play a decent amount of Pokemon games now. I don't know why. It's just kind of. I think I took like a 5-6 year hiatus on it, and then I fell.
What's up with Pokopia?
Fell back into it. I've been playing a good amount of Pokopia. That's honestly one of the more recent Pokemon games that when you're playing it, I don't want to say it doesn't feel like Pokemon, but it's
Dragon Quest
definitely
Builders. It's Dragon Quest Builders.
It is Dragon Quest Builders with a Pokemon theme put on top of it.
Hell yeah!
Obviously, I played a shit ton of Legends ZA. The most recent actual Pokemon game.
I don't
Overall,
think
how do you feel about it?
I don't think we said the word ZA out loud on this podcast even once.
I think not even during Fantasy Critic conversations.
I really enjoyed it. It was something I was very worried about once I kind of heard about it and whatnot. But even though the entire game takes place in a single town, it's still big enough, and the way they handle the way they handle their wild zones in the game, and then the DLC, obviously you have to pay for it, but the DLC adds a decent amount with its hyperspace dimension stuff. So I definitely have played quite a bit of that.
So your Switch 2 has been getting a lot of use.
Yeah, and I also will say my Switch 1 as well, because I've backloaded Pokemon Fire Red onto that because they re-released it. So I was playing.
I don't want to impose on your precious time, but you should play Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Did you hear the
It's on the Steam
about
family.
Pokemon, about Game Freak, where the budgets got out on like what they're paying for these Pokemon games, and it was like I think it was it Scarlet and Violet that was like what was the one after Scarlet and Violet? Is that just ZA? Or maybe it was ZA. The budget for ZA was like,
it's probably ZA. Yeah,
it was like $14 million, which is that is a joke compared to what games cost
not
these
a lot of
days.
money. Yep.
The cutscenes alone in Monster Hunter Stories 3 probably cost more than that. It is absurd.
Well, dude, I wouldn't. So hold on. So one thing I will say about that, Brad, is Legends ZA is not. I don't say it's not canon, but it's not technically a mainline Pokemon.
It's an Arceus. I know. I played some.
Correct.
Arceus.
Yeah.
I know about this.
Yeah. So that's different. I'm sure they spent a whole lot more on Scarlet and Violet, and I'm sure someone could find out what that was.
Not that
probably. But then I'm sure y'all. I don't know if y'all talked about it. I don't know if y'all watched the trailer on it because I wasn't here. I don't know if y'all.
Oh,
saw
the new
Winds and
one
Waves.
looks good. Yeah.
What
that
is
one
the new one?
looks It's called Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. It is kind of a southeast like Asian influence. So think like Indonesia.
This is the first time hearing of it.
No, we watched.
We should have watched that trailer.
No, we watched it on Trailer Time.
Okay. Well, anyway, the trailer wasn't that much, but it does show you the environments, and it looks really, really good. So but that I think it's also slated for 2027. So it's not like it's coming out soon,
which was a shock, right? Like some people.
No, it was a huge shock.
A lot of people
This is, I
thought
think,
it was
the
gonna be
first
this
time that they've ever announced a mainline game and not had it come out that year.
When you think about like all
been so long.
When you think about the stuff that's rumored to kind of fill the like Nintendo's slate for the second half of 2026, it kind of makes sense. Like especially if the Star Fox and the Ocarina of Time remake rumors are true, then maybe they just were like, we can save Pokemon for 2027. Because
I wouldn't also be surprised if they Scarlet and Violet, as good as those games were, or that game was, it just ran like dog shit. And it
They need to
wasn't
work
until
on that.
we released it on the Switch 2 that it actually was
It runs,
very,
like,
very
beautifully,
playable.
right? Yeah.
It runs amazing on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Have you played?
And
Have you
so
played a bunch of it of Scarlet
a decent amount, a
on
decent
Switch
amount.
2?
But yeah, my
Okay.
assumption is they don't want to have a repeat of that. And don't get me wrong, Switch 2 is obviously new hardware ish. So I don't think that would have happened. But my assumption is they probably don't want to have a similar, you know,
Yeah.
I was fiasco, but issue. So I'm sure they're trying to make it a little bit better. So apparently, Scarlet Violet was 22 million. So
What did
definitely.
you? What did you pick for your starter?
In which one?
Scarlet Violet.
Fuecoco.
The Red
Wait,
Fire.
who's your Winds and Waves choice, though? That's the big question.
Dude, so all right.
What
so
are the
Winds and
choices?
Waves. All right. So you're gonna have I'm not gonna remember their names. So there's the Pom whatever. There's
the little fire
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian.
The fire Pomeranian. There is the
Everyone's picking that
gecko.
one. The gecko's
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
not
the
gonna remember
gecko.
their names. Hold on. I think everyone is all about.
Oh, the chick.
No.
Yeah, the chicken. What was it like?
It's a
Sprout?
fucking Angry
Sprout.
Bird. No one's
Sprout?
hyped about the Angry
Gekma?
Bird.
So here's
I'm
the
looking
thing.
this
Brad.
up.
Here's the
Pom-Bomb.
thing. Pom Bomb. That was close.
Pom Bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's adorable.
Here's Brad. So everyone's worried about Pom Bomb because they don't want another
Humanoid.
exactly. They don't want it to evolve into
A
a
buff dog.
two-legged, muscular,
Into a man.
because that
Into a
has been
dad.
like the past several starters that often we'll say like fire, but kind of like kind of dog cat type things.
Fighting
That's
type.
what's been done to them, and so people are like they're fucking over it. I mean, if you look at Gen 9, so that would have been like a Sprigatito, this little cute cat, and then it evolves into this elegant dancing, or not, I guess dancing. I guess the whatever is more of the dancer. But yeah, and then before that,
Infernape.
what would that be? That would have been Gen 8,
Infernape.
so Sword and Shield. What'd you say, Brad?
Infernape.
Infernape. Oh my god, that's like Gen 4.
No,
Gen 5?
I'm sorry. I meant the one from Smash Brothers.
That's
The cat. The
Infernape.
cat.
You're talking about
The wrestler. Wait, which was the wrestler?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
So it's Torcat and into I have a horrible memory. Even though
Litany?
I'm trying not to look it up or look at chat. Oh my god. So yeah, it's Torcat into
I got it. Chat.
I don't know. Someone in chat knows.
Incineroar.
Thank you.
Incineroar.
Yeah, Incineroar was the wrestler. That's Gen 7. That's Alola. But yeah, so that's anyway, regardless. The starters look interesting. They do look kind of unique, which is nice. But we only know their first form. We'll see what happens, and I'm not going to make my choice today.
I assumed that was going to be the Earth one, but I just looked it up. It's the water.
There is no Earth
Well,
one. It's a leaf one.
Oh, it's wind. It's wind.
It's always grass, water, and fire. Those the starters are always. And that was actually another speculation that people were wondering if they were gonna for Gen 10 for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, or are they gonna swap it up? And they're like, no, we're gonna stick with it.
We don't.
Nolan, what is your take on the
don't.
other Game Freak game? What's it called?
Beast of Reincarnation.
Beast of Reincarnation. The one that actually shows that Game Freak is capable of doing something like...
They're making a Souls-like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks
I'm
a
not
little
up to speed
budge.
on that one.
It looks
a little budge. But yeah.
Does it look budge?
What is the name of that game?
It looks budge, not for Game Freak. It looks budge for other game studios.
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in between budget for just general standards and what we've come to think of when we think
impressive
of Game Freak.
for Game Freak, yeah.
Yeah, it is very impressive for Game Freak.
Reincarnation.
And that's not to say I think Pokemon games are ugly. I just they've been doing the same kind of look and feel for so long. It was kind of are they capable of doing anything else? And then you see Beast of Reincarnation, you're like, holy shit.
It's more just that they don't run great, or they don't have voice acting and stuff, and it'd be nice.
Yeah. No,
I think it's just proof that they're sticking to it because with Pokemon specifically, because that it has become that visual style and design sensibility is
I think it's easier to do.
with...
Yeah, you can't really do Pokemon in a more realistic way, and I understand you can, But I think that's not the direction they want to go, and so obviously,
I think most
when
fans
they
probably
go that direction,
don't want them to go realist. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we're
I don't
talking
think so.
about it just because we're tired of looking at the same thing for so long. But when you think of it, if they changed it, if Pokemon fundamentally looked different all of a sudden, I think people would be
People
like,
just want them to like run better and to be a little more like the
Which that would be
presentation
nice.
could be better. you
Once
know?
again, Scarlet Violet on Switch 2 runs amazing. The load time. So let me for Nick. I'm sure you're the least knowledgeable on this. If you play Scarlet
True.
and Violet on the Switch 1, if you want to fast travel from one place to another in the game, it takes about 20-ish seconds maybe. If you want to fast travel to another region, there's 3 with all the DLCs, like maybe closer to 40. On Switch 2 between regions, it's like 4 seconds, if even. Like, it
Damn.
is insane how much quicker it runs
I
on the
do very
Switch 2.
specifically recall hearing you talk about Scarlet and talking. It was like,
Oh, dude,
we just couldn't stop talking about the technical issues.
The frame
which is
rates
a
would get
shame.
into the teens, like very often. The draw
Yeah.
distance was horrible. On Switch 2, the draw distance is like basically as far as you can see. It's like a locked 60. Like it's just smooth as butter. And that being said, Brad, Legends ZA also, even on Switch 1, from what I hear, it runs very well. I mean, it runs great. On release day, Legends ZA runs, fantastic. There's no issues with it. So my assumption is
that
I
was
don't want to say they
a bit of a
learned their lesson,
one-off.
but it's also they tried to, it was the very end of the Switch, life cycle to an extent when they released it, and the game was way too big for what it was. That being said, you look at Zelda, like Breath of the Wild, even Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 1 runs pretty good. But similarly, what's the budget of Breath of the Wild?
Yeah,
The question really
10
is
times.
why is the budget so much lower for these games when it probably ends up making more money? Where does that fucking money
question.
go?
Because the profit, they can't get away from the profit margin, man. They see the margin and they're
They see those as like loss leaders, where they're like, we're gonna spend a bunch of money on this game and make it all back in Pokemon, which costs no money to make.
Because Pokemon Company gets
industry
its cut,
analysis
Nintendo
likely
gets its
suggests
cut.
that Tears of the Kingdom, $50 to $100 million.
Yeah, that checks out.
Tears of the Kingdom, 50 to 100.
Well, Breath of the Wild probably costs more. It was building a lot on
2 to 4 Pokemon generations worth of money.
Yeah. But as you can see, when you spend at least double, if not more, you can probably make a game run pretty smooth.
So you said it runs better, but does it play better? Because like I remember there being discussions about ZA and Arceus having issues with like draw distance and pop in, a lot of things like that.
Okay, hold on. So that's two different conversations going in here. So Scarlet and Violet had the issues with draw distance and pop in. Legends Arceus, definitely a much older Switch game, didn't really have too. Don't get me wrong. Is there some pop in? Sure, but it's not even as egregious as Scarlet Violet. The game runs much smoother. Legends ZA, the most recent one, like there's I think maybe on Switch 1 there's some issues with some pop in when you're farther away, but it's also one like massive world, similar to Scarlet Violet. And I say massive, it's not as big, but there's like no loading unless you go into a building. If you walk into like a shop, but otherwise there's no loading screens at all in the entire game.
Okay.
And so it's fairly impressive. There, when you go back to Scarlet Violet on Switch 1, when you're going there was definitely things where you could tell it's like I've entered a new region and it's loading in some stuff, and my character will stop moving for like 2 or 3 seconds before I start moving again. That's not a thing in this one. And then obviously Legends EA is a completely different style because it's not a turn-based Pokemon game. It is a like real time, moves have cooldowns, you're battling other other trainers and other Pokemon, and their Pokemon are attacking you too. So you have to dodge attacks and stuff. It's a completely different style game. But it's still very enjoyable. That being said, unlike Scarlet Violet, my character died many times to Pokemon in Legends EA, especially when you're fighting bosses, because they just like fuck your shit up sometimes.
When does Winds and Waves come out?
2027.
Oh,
I don't think
that's
there's
right. That's right. We don't
Yeah,
have
no,
a
yeah,
date.
no, I don't know
Early
if they have
27.
anything more than that. What'd you say, Brad?
I think it's like early 2020.
Is it early 2027? Okay,
I, feel
I
like,
believe
I feel
that.
like I heard that.
Yeah,
That checks out. Maybe a spring release.
Yeah.
Real quick, because I as I frequently do, I forgot to do this right at the beginning because we dove into movie banter so quick. We have a Dick Slicker question, and it's pretty good. Yeah,
Explain what
Nolan.
that is to Nolan, okay?
It's an ice. It's meant to be an icebreaker, which is by definition supposed to come at the very beginning. It's the
no.
They just can't stop making it dirty.
I wanna
It's
point
called
out
a
that
Dick
there were
Slicker.
multiple people in the feedback channel saying they did not like the name Dick Slickers and they didn't think it fit with the tone of our show. And
Really?
No. Yeah, maybe.
who the hell do you think we are?
Would you prefer lint liquor?
Lint liquor?
Lint liquor. Yeah. So this is actually it's before I do this because the question is from this person. Tack reached out to me. Tack from our community, and he wanted me to remind people in our Discord at discord.gg/4Player that there's 2 days left in the virtual photography contest that he's running in the virtual photography channel. Sorry, my apologies. I can't keep track of all this. So there's still plenty of room for people to submit their
4Player foreplay. That's what we were gonna go with.
That's good. That's good.
We've talked about that. I brought that up before, right?
But it's better when it's Brad's idea.
Yeah.
But foreplay implies that it has happened at the very beginning of the show. Like we can't do it an hour and a half into the show.
Well,
I would
3 minutes.
Whenever you want.
I would rant at someone about James Bond for an hour and a half before I began the foreplay.
It's just how we roll here sometimes. But anyways,
that is the foreplay.
That is the foreplay.
Tack, just guys, if you want to participate in the virtual photography contest, check out the channel in Discord. There's a virtual photography channel for all the details. You got 2 days left. Yeah. So, but he also submitted an icebreaker question, or as a foreplay question. Who in the 4Player Network crew do y'all think is the most well-rounded gamer of the bunch? Like, which one of y'all can pick up a random game of a random genre and do consistently well and or have an enjoyable experience?
Chris
This
Davis.
is like an invitation to roast each other.
Chris Davis will come in and be a fan of a game that you've never heard of.
He's too random.
From a genre you've never heard of.
That is
and he will tell you stone cold to your face that it's game of the year. And he'll be like, it's only $15 on Steam. Get even. It's incredible.
That is true. That is true. He's hit us with some random ones. You know,
but he's gonna start playing Final Fantasy 14.
It can't be Chris Davis because he's very resistant to playing like games that he doesn't really want to play. Like he's very resistant. Like if it's not already in his like the stars or whatever he fucking.
But if that game does an Evangelion crossover, then he is in.
See, that's the problem. I'm a sucker, and I'm like, shit.
But like that, how often does that come up?
He do be consuming. You know what I'm saying? Like
I am a consumer. That's the problem.
Here's the problem.
I'm part of the problem.
Chris Davis is weird. He wouldn't play Yakuza 0. Nick hates Japanese games. I don't play multiplayer games. Nolan only plays Pokemon. Carlos only plays weird indie horror games. I think it has to be Crispy by default. Like he's not the most gamer like of all of us. Like he ain't playing the most.
But I got more hours in NHL than the rest of you.
I mean, just look at how Crispy didn't want to watch No Time to Die, but he let his roommate force him to do so, and then he went a step further and watched a YouTube essay about the movie afterwards.
Yeah.
All in a 24-hour span, apparently.
He does refuse to play Expedition 33, though.
Oh, fuck. That disqualifies you.
Expedition 33?
As time passed, you do refuse to play because you have not.
I even named my publisher after it this year.
Did
you had to curse at it?
That's true.
I mean, I don't know.
So that kind of means by default he can't play it this year. He has to wait until that's not his publisher name.
No, I will. Right? It's just like who's got the time, right? Like, I'm just kind of busy, man. I accepted Monster Hunter when everyone else didn't, which, I mean, true, but Monster Hunter's been in my brain for a while before I moved to Texas. So I was looking for an excuse. I was looking for a community to help me get into it, and I found it.
Well,
Here.
And also Brad's here.
Thunder.
Brad wrote me off quickly by saying I hate Japanese games.
And ugly games. You don't play ugly games.
That's not true. I play some ugly games.
Oh, he's about to talk about Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Let's hear him.
I don't think that's ugly.
Tell me, what's the last ugly game you played, Nick?
Last ugly game that I played. All right, hold on. This might take a second.
There's Replaced, the most beautiful pixel art game ever made.
Oh God, you're actually gonna make me look like a asshole here.
I mean, you're gonna look like you, and we love you. So don't feel too bad.
Oh God, it's actually gonna be pretty hard. I play a lot of beautiful games.
Yeah.
Come back to me. I'll have an answer for this.
We don't need to come back to you, Nick. We know the answer.
Oh my God, guys, do I not play ugly games? I'm looking at all. I'm going back.
I've
gone back in time 4 years, and I have yet to find a game that I think is ugly.
I think it's impossible for you to find a game that you like ugly.
No, that's not true. It started as a joke, but if we hold Nick to the words that have come out of his mouth, the last game that he considers ugly was Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
I don't. You're putting words in my mouth. I don't think that game is ugly.
The words exist.
1,000 Times Resist is ugly.
Just because I said it's not my favorite visual style,
fucking ugly.
But only because it is.
That game is visually more interesting than 99% of games out there.
I played My Friendly Neighborhood. Maybe that's ugly.
What is My Friendly Neighborhood?
That's
it's the fucking
Sesame
it's the
Street
shooter,
game.
The Resident Evil Sesame Street game.
Nick has never seen an ugly game in his life.
I mean, it's starting to feel that way as I'm going.
He is a big Cruelty Squad fan.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
Dude, this game looks sick. They have like Muppets and shit in them.
I played Iron Lung. That was ugly.
To you, that's the problem. Iron Lung looks awesome.
Iron Lung is kind
of I'm grasping at straws here, trying to find something that I think is ugly. And
I think Nick has.
I played Nightmare of Decay, also kind of ugly.
I think he has fairness and ugliness aligned on a moral axis in his spirit. So if he likes something and thinks it's good, it's not ugly.
Nightmare of Decay does not count because that is an homage specifically to a PlayStation 1 look. Like that does not count. It looks that way on purpose.
I did play a fair amount of Alpha Protocol, which I think is an ugly game.
Yeah, that is like a 15-year-old game, dude. What are you doing?
What do you want from me, bro? I'm trying to find out.
Alpha Protocol.
What about Pacific Drive?
I don't think it's an ugly game at all.
Okay,
that game is stunning. Oh God! I don't think I play ugly games.
Oh, he's
wow.
Yeah.
But actually, he ain't got no time. Wow.
He ain't got no time for Brad's favorite kind of game, the Butterface.
Dude.
I'm not gonna. I don't mean to throw my wife under the bus, but she did say, "You're gonna tell them this, aren't you?"
Why did you transition from Butterface to your wife, Nick?
Oh, shut the wow! God damn it! That was really poor timing on my part. No, we're talking about ugly games, and God damn it!
This isn't about my wife.
This is not about my wife has a tendency to because a lot of the games that she's exposed to obviously she comes in and she sees me playing a game. That's how she learns about it or whatever. And she frequently comes in and sees me playing. In this most recent case, she was sitting across the room as I was playing Replaced, and she was looking at it and she's like, "Oh, that's a game's really pretty." I was like, "I know, it's fucking stunning, but it's also what you frequently refer to as pixelated nonsense." She's like, "It's not pixelated nonsense." And I was like, "Come look at it." And she stood up and she walked across the room and she squinted at it, looked at it. She's like, oh yeah, I hate this. So she instantly flipped 180 on Replay. She's like, "I don't like the look of this game at all."
Wait. Speaking of ugly games and pixelated nonsense,
What?
Vampire Crawlers.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
That's a
that game
transition.
is pixelated nonsense.
We have footage of that.
Yes.
Oh, we do. Look
Hate
at that.
this so much, Nick. You want this to die. You want to stop this podcast.
Can I say honestly, I don't think this game looks that bad. Hey, our webcams aren't showing.
I'm trying to get it. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
He threw us into the shadow realm.
That's fine. You can hear us.
Don't make me Steam DB Vampire Crawlers and replaced. I will do it right now.
How many people are playing Vampire Crawlers?
Probably plenty. I don't know. Probably way more than replaced.
I think this game looks way better than Vampire Survivor.
Well, Vampire Survivors was literally like, I mean, if you only ever looked at a screenshot, of course
It's supposed to be ugly, Nick.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was like a fucking $3 game, okay?
Oh my god, Vampire Crawlers is doing marathon numbers right now.
Okay, go on.
About 20,000 people.
Brad,
yeah. Oh well, Crispy also played this, but I guess he's doing something. Oh yeah, this is the spin-off. You haven't played this?
I did.
No, he has.
Not a lot. I
think you meant me.
I meant Chris Davis. You know, I get you all mixed up.
I'm sorry.
You do?
You're
after
a
like
bitch.
15 years of knowing each other. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Such a bitch.
500 people are playing Replaced, and 15,000 people are playing Vampire Crawlers. Fuck your pixels. I mean, whatever. Hey, yeah, but you all like Vampire Survivors, right? This is an interesting one.
No.
This is the one where, like, last week I was like, well, I probably should have played a bunch of it because I like deck builders and I like Vampire Survivors, but I was being a little like resistant, right? I've been really into Slay the Spire, but I finally gave it like an honest try, and I played a lot since then, like a whole lot, like maybe like 20 hours.
An unhealthy amount.
Yeah. In fact, my Steam clock is not accurate because like for a day and a half I wasn't offline on my, so it wasn't counting my hours. But that's how you get around the sharing thing. Like I booted it up and like Chris Davis was playing, so I cut the Wi-Fi. Anyways.
And it doesn't boot Chris Davis off?
No.
Because it doesn't know Brad's online playing it.
Well, I didn't know about that trick, so I went ahead and bought myself a copy too. So
that's probably why I honestly have like an extra
member.
Like 250 hours in Stardew Valley.
It just means that two people can play the same game.
No, but
they could before.
It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. We have 2 copies now. And I want to refund mine. No, look, I like the game. I do like the game, but I went through it from a phase of like, I don't really like this at all, to I'm going to give it on a try, and I play like 20 hours of it, and I'm like, I get it. It's fun. It's addictive. It is very addictive. And then like when I stopped playing it, it was like me being, I am so sick of this game. I never want to look at it again. Maybe. And maybe I respect it a little bit less. Like it's been up and down to me.
A roller coaster, if you will.
It is a very cool thing they made. A very fast-paced deck builder where you're drawing, playing cards, popping off. You know, there's still lots of crazy effects, just like in Vampire Survivors. Once you figure out like how the combo system works and how you exploit that combo system, the game becomes very satisfying and very addictive. And you can all of a sudden you go from I'm barely getting past combats to wait a minute, I think I could probably kill death now. In Vampire Survivors is kind of like that as well. I will say, I think Vampire Survivors is, I talked a little bit about it last week, but since you're playing a bit of like a bullet hell, it's fun to move around, to dodge things, to get stronger, and then come back and like stomp over things that you were, struggling with before, right? But Vampire Survivors, like especially with all the DLCs, like, but even before the DLCs, like going from like map to map, like those felt like very different experiences. Where like especially when you started to get into the secrets and like the hidden items and like what is the gimmick of this stage versus like a previous stage, like picking the different stages, it felt different to play. Every stage in this game like feels the exact same, and they might as well be the same goddamn tile set minus like there's one other map type which are they're bridges, where it's just like you just can go forward and it's like endless combat basically.
It's a gauntlet,
but other than that, you're not getting much like satisfaction from the way you explore like the dungeon maps. It's all the same, like all the floors, all the maps. It's kind of the same shit. There's some guys, there's some chests, there's some like, candles you can break to get items. Like it's the same shit, and you eventually get to the boss on like the 5th floor, 6th floor, and if you're like, the dungeon crawling aspect is kind of non-existent. But maybe that's fine, right? Like it's there, but it's like not good, and it's not why you're playing this game. It's really not. You're playing the game for the combat, which we'll talk about now, and then the unlocks, because like Vampire Survivors, there's like an endless amount of shit to unlock, to upgrade. You're constantly getting stuff to like permanently upgrade your character, unlock new characters, unlock new items, like improving those items. You even get into like blueprints style stuff where I'm pretty sure that this might have been inspired by blueprints. It was like one of the last things I unlocked is the ability to tweak the rarity of like the various gyms and stuff. Like you can make things that suck more rare, and things that are like really, really good, like wilds, more common, which is like very much like a blueprints thing, what you can do to the different rooms in blueprints. But the actual combat, which is what you're here for, the meat of the game, it's very simple. You just have like 3 cards in your hand, and you're like, should I play this one first or this one first? Very, very simple. It evolves surrounding this combo system where if you play a 0 cost card and then a 1 cost card and then a 2 cost card, they're going to like chain together in combo, and the effects of the card, whether it's card draw or like, the other various effects that you see in like passives, like increase my strength, increase my luck, increase my gold intake. And then like when it's a damage card, just like the damage, right? The effects of those cards will like multiply as you keep your combo going. And at first, when you can only draw 3 cards and, I have like 2 0 cost cards and a 1 cost card, a combo is very simple, right? So early on in the game, before you start unlocking a lot of the metagame progression, combat is really simple. But once you get over the hump, and you start like getting into the game breaking stuff, it is very like the combo system is very cool and addictive, and like you'll basically be able to create like mostly infinite combos. They do have a mechanic built into the game that kind of counters infinite combos, which I think is really clever. And that's basically death is going to show up if you keep playing the same cards over and over again. Like your screen will start to crack, your cards will start to crack, and then it shatters. And then all of a sudden death shows up, and it's like, bitch, you thought you could go infinite. Now you're dealing with me. And they also have like the bosses have a timer thing where like some Slay the Spire bosses like have this, but every boss, like when you get into like later in the game, has this ring that appears that starts to punish you for every card played. A ring fills up, and at the end, when that ring fills up, depending on what the boss is or the effect, it could do damage to you. So it's like a way of like, well, you can infinitely combo, but if you don't have a way to like generate block or something, you're gonna die. It's smart. It's very clever that they built in a way to counter infinite play. My problem with this game is that the strategy for being successful at Vampire Crawlers is just this combo system. The combo system, like there's ways that they like introduce like layers and quirks to the combo system, but it is just that combo system. And once you figure it out, the game is not hard anymore. The meta progression will make you gradually stronger, but like I'm not approaching a run like the way I approach a regular deck builder, where I'm like, what kind of deck is this turning into? What kind of cards do I need to add? Oh, I'm going to pivot towards like a poison build or whatever, right? That doesn't happen in this game. Your build every time at the point in the game where I'm at, which is very far towards the end game, is like find the cards that let you do infinite combos, and that's it. That's it. And it's still fun to play, but the problem is it's exhausting. On a given run of like in a dungeon of Vampire Crawlers, I have probably played like 1,000 cards. Like it's exhausting to play this game. You're playing so many cards. It's also a little imbalanced. I have an Arcana card. Arcana cards are like major like modifiers, I guess, that you can take on a run. But one of them I always take because it's so much more powerful than the others. It's like completely imbalanced. Where
is it every the one where it's every 100 cards it gives you
every 100 cards play,
mana.
you get a permanent mana. And if you know like a Slay the Spire, right? Like you start with like 2 mana, in Vampire Crawlers, every 100 cards you play, you go up a permanent mana. Now, for every turn, you now have 3 mana. But because I'm playing like hundreds and thousands of cards every run, I get up to like, at the start of every turn, I have 18 mana. And, and because I'm doing infinite combos and I'm generating more mana, you basically, sometimes I'm in like, I have 80 mana this turn.
It gets to the point to where like you don't even play mana cards for the mana. No, you just do it to increase your combo multiplier.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. There's a lot of, like, they call them the crawlers, but they're the various characters you can play as. And you can even bring multiple with you to kind of like modify your deck and what it does. But again, it's so imbalanced. There are a lot of crawlers that just help with mana generation. But because of this one Arcana card, those are all terrible. You would never bring them with you because mana generation is like absolutely the last thing you need, as opposed to the crawlers that generate card draw. Like every blue card you play, draw another card. I'm like, this is so much more powerful than like most all of these other effects. That I have one that like will like, if I bring them with me, I'll get like 100 times more gold than I normally would. So I'm like, I'm always going to bring that guy with me because the meta scaling costs money and that makes me so much more powerful. So it's like, it's a little rough around the edges in a way that like, while Slay the Spire is like the most polished, like every 2 weeks we're going to like put out a balance patch that's going to piss some people off, but we're just trying to make the best forever game deck builder that people are going to play for the next decade. This game feels like I'm already sick of it. I had a lot of fun. I did binge it. I did play it for 20 hours, but like the thought of booting it up is already kind of like, ugh. Do I want to do it? Once you get into it, it's fun, but I'm playing like 2,000 cards a run and it's exhausting. It's so much, so many cards.
It's just exhausting because of that. It's just like daunting. Like you just don't want to like deal with it, or
I literally, there's so many combats and I get tired of playing cards because I'm always doing the same.
Which for Brad is saying something.
And I love playing cards. I don't know.
Apparently you hate it.
So here's the thing. I really like this developer, and I think Vampire Survivors beautifully evolved with all the different DLCs that they released. It culminated in like the Castlevania DLC, which I think is one of the best DLCs released for any game ever, period. Like they knocked it out of the park and evolved Vampire Survivors and did like the best homage or lovingly like just sheer unadulterated love for a franchise. They did so much. Absolutely adore it. I think that they can go a lot of cool places in the future. What is available in the game now, I've kind of run dry on that. Well, I feel like I don't know if there's like more surprises hidden in this game, but I played a lot of it and I figured it out pretty quick. I solved it, you could say. I solved that game
sure,
even though I didn't hit credits yet. I didn't kill death yet. Not the real death. Anyways, but I know how. You got to freeze them. It's just like in Vampire Survivors, whatever. Anyways, it's cool. I bet the DLCs are going to kick ass. And I know there's probably going to be DLCs because this developer does a ton of DLCs. And I can't wait to see how they evolve the formula because I think it can, like, I'll be there every time this developer releases a DLC because they're so good at it. But right now, I'm comfortable to go back to Slay the Spire, and I have.
I'm about 8 hours into it so far, so I've only just beaten like the second bridge. I've kind of just stuck around to actually go into the multiple layers per area. The thing I've really kind of enjoyed so far is that this is going to be an unfair comparison, but unlike Vampire Survivors, like I feel like the progression of new content to find is more generous. Like I keep every single run, I feel like I'm discovering something new, something interesting that's changing up how I play the game. I'm not
in crawlers or survivors.
In crawlers.
I think he's referring to.
Okay.
In crawlers, yeah.
Like you get to a point where it becomes, I solved the combo system. He's early enough to where he's still like probably discovering some of those quirks, not realizing that a lot of them are completely useless. But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Like I haven't gotten to a point.
It's fun.
Where...
It's addictive. It is a slot machine. Like getting gold and unlocking stuff is so satisfying in this game.
Yeah. I mean, like there is the dissatisfaction of just like sometimes you're just not going to get the good RNG, and it's going to give you nothing but shit cards, and you're going to be 4 layers into a run, and you just die.
There's no such thing as a bad draw or a bad hand. You made a bad deck, but that's fine. That's fine.
Damn.
But RNG is not a thing in this game. In this game, especially, RNG is not a thing.
I've had some runs where it did not, for like 10 levels and 2 layers, it just did not want to give me any attack cards. So, I mean, whatever.
Cards. I mean, look, I'm not trying to.
Brad's like, what are attack cards?
This is like deck builder thing, right? Where there's no such thing as like, you just built a bad deck if you think that luck is against you, or like if you think the RNG screwed you.
I'm curious because I've not played this one, and maybe I missed it earlier. Like, how are you building out your decks? You said it's
you find just cards.
Have a selection.
Oh yeah, you pick cards at the end of a combat, but then you also start getting gems.
You have some cards, so the next time you do a run, you can build a deck with whatever cards you have.
At the end of combat, you pick a card.
Yeah. So it's like Slay the Spire, where every start of a run you have like a base deck with like very simple attacks, and then you're just adding to your deck after every combat. You're also adding like things that you can slot into like the slots in a card to kind of like modify the effects of a card. But by the end of the run, it's just a deck of all the things that you chose to add to your deck from the combats.
And
but like a good deck builder, sometimes you don't want to just add everything you see. You want to like skip or banish or re-roll, because adding cards is just going to bloat your deck with maybe stuff you don't need, or you know, you have to, you need card draw is so important. So if you think you're getting unlucky like hands or whatever, like you need to draw. If you're not getting what you want from card rewards, you need to be upgrading your re-rolls and your skips and your banishes from the shop. Chris Davis. I'm talking to Chris Davis.
Yeah, no,
I figured. I get it, and I've been there with games like this. It does take a while sometimes to understand and learn how the synergies work, and when you should be, to your point, putting points into enabling your draw, and there are definitely decks. I never really got into Slay the Spire. Don't crucify me, but I played plenty of Monster Train. And similarly, it depends on it depends on the style of deck. And sometimes there were decks where it was super, super lean, where it's like I don't want a whole lot because I want to keep redrawing these cards. Versus there were definitely plenty of times where I had decks that were filled to the brim, but that's just because the way my synergies worked is I had 20 sting cards because I got to play them for free, and I got multipliers on them. So I honestly wanted even more of them just because it made my life so much easier. But I could easily see how if your deck is not built in a thoughtful way, you could end up with a bunch of useless cards that actually end up hindering you more than helping.
I will say this
once again, that also just takes experience and kind of learning how the cards synergize.
As an aside, Nolan, I know you're a big Monster Train fan. Slay the Spire 2 has some Monster Train energy to it now. Like some of the events are kind of like the crazier events from Monster Train, where you're making 5 copies of a
Slay
card.
Slay the Spire 2 is sick.
Yeah, Slay the Spire 2 has events of oh, do you want to clone your deck and just have a copy of every single card in it, or
it is early access still. So
didn't I hear something about it having some sort of multiplayer aspect to it?
Yes.
It does. I
finally played that. It's crazy.
Co-op. It's cool.
Right.
It's cool.
If y'all want to play it, maybe I can.
How many copies do we have though? I think we all have to have a copy. I have a copy. Crispy has a copy.
I can buy a copy. I don't mind supporting indie devs.
Good. Yeah, the co-op is cool.
Yeah, that's I think the only way I would play that one.
It's a good game.
20
real
bucks,
quick,
whatever. That's the cost of going to a movie nowadays.
That's the spirit. Real quick, because when we were talking to you earlier, Nolan, about Pokemon, we got into the Pokemon of it all. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized we went through all that. I didn't ask you because you have been playing a lot of Pokemon Pokopia, and you didn't really have a chance to talk about that. So how's that going?
Definitely. I'm more than happy to talk about that. So Pokopia is, and unfortunately, I don't want to say it's been dethroned, but Tomodachi came out not long after, and now
you played Tomodachi Live.
I've not played Tomodachi Life. I won't let myself play it yet. I have very limited time to play games right now. And so I'm forcing myself to pick and choose. So Pokopia, like Brad had mentioned earlier, it is very Dragon Quest Builders esque. The Pokemon are just people that exist in this world. It's not like you're collecting them and battling them. Yes, you do discover them and whatnot, but you're not, you're not trying to,
you're not collecting and enslaving them.
Pokemon have rights in this world.
Yeah, they do to an extent. Well,
they do
honestly,
follow you around.
You can get them to follow you around, and they can help you do certain things. But that is also very Dragon Quest Builders esque, where you would get some of your villagers to do stuff and follow you around and help you do things. But the whole concept is first off, it's like a fucking dystopian world. All the humans are, I don't say dead,
Gone.
but you don't know where they are. They are gone. And the main character is not a human. It is Ditto, who is who just making themselves look like a human. But the whole
which is why it looks creepy.
For sure. You're trying to make the world nicer, because the hope is that if you can make it nice enough, maybe humans will come back.
That's wholesome.
Yeah, well, so it's all about kind of discovering, the Pokemon that are around, and you have to, find out the habitats that they're in, and once you find the habitat, they'll come, show back up, and but then you got to, just because you discovered them, they're kind of just like sleeping in a couple of pieces of grass. So you want to build them a house and whatnot, and then you kind of start building out the world, and you learn new recipes for building things, very Dragon Quest Builders esque, and kind of populating your world. But one of the things that is kind of relatable, and some of the things I've seen other people talk about this game, is it's daunting. Not too dissimilar from like a Minecraft game, because there's just 10,000 things at any given point in time.
You so much freedom. Yeah. It's so massive.
And it's just like, you will be like, I'm going to do this. And in your path to go from point A to point B to do the one thing you want to do, 10 other things pop up and distract you. And then this happens.
I have to write shit down when I play this game. I write shit down.
There is so much you can do, and there's so many different ways you can build things. And any given area, because the game is comprised of multiple areas, any given area has a list of things you want to do there, and when you encounter that new area, it is now just that much more you have to explore.
My God.
And I'm watching the footage.
Did you get to the minecart area?
Oh yeah. I'm past that. It's one thing. I've not even beaten the game though yet, just because I am taking my time. It's one of those things where I keep I honestly, every time I boot up this game, I tell myself I'm going to beeline the story, because I know there are other things that are better the farther I get. But then once again, I just end up getting distracted.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen. But anyway, I saw Brad in the footage. I'm assuming this is Brad's footage. He was setting up a camera, because you can set up these remote cameras where you can monitor things, especially if you create a new habitat. And if that camera sees a Pokemon kind of show up at that habitat, it'll alert you, and you can go and find that new Pokemon, and then you get that new Pokemon, and maybe it has a new ability you didn't have before, or maybe it can help you to find a new, either like a recipe or something. To kind of help you improve. There's just so many different things you can do, and there's so many different functionalities not too dissimilar from like a Minecraft game, where you building automations, and you're building not even just like automations, this one Pokemon creates a resource, or it causes this resource to come into the world. This other Pokemon can collect that resource and then do something with it, and it's all about kind of setting up these synergies, using the Pokemon to kind of further advance your resources. And to that end, similar to like a Minecraft, you are constantly out of space in your bag, because you're just picking up this and that.
The inventory management is the one thing that I wish was more modern feeling.
Honestly,
survival games are very they figured it out, man, and this game does not have that. It's
not the worst, but there are a myriad of things that would make your quality of life just a little bit better, in the sense that, a prime example, in my opinion, the ability to go up to a chest and say, if there are any stacks of things in this chest that I also have in my inventory, put those in. You can't do that. So you have to manually just either, and so it just like item optimization and storage and stuff. It takes up a good amount of time, which is one of the reasons I often get distracted, because I want to go do this, but my inventory's full, so I got to drop off some stuff. But while I'm dropping off stuff, I remember seeing something in my inventory that I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't use that thing that I meant to use that I wanted to do, and now I'm on some other like little thing, and I'm going off to do this other thing. And
I missed the chess stuff from what's the vampire survival game? Not Survivors. The survival game, the isometric one. V Rising. The chess stuff in V Rising was so good, where it's like, oh, this chest is only this type of materials. You can click one button and everything from that type of material goes into the chest. You press a button and it all comes out. Oh, I miss it. I miss it.
So, there are some like things you can do in this game where it's like, oh, I want to drop a stack of this, or I want to do whatever. And like, I don't think Minecraft is an example of this. Like, if you essentially have a full chest of stuff in Minecraft and you need to move that chest, you basically just got to take everything out and dump it on the floor and then read. This game allows you to at least move the chests physically in the world.
Is that true?
You can't pick them up.
I didn't know that.
With the ability you get in Rocky Ridges, the places the footage is, the push ability, you can push chests.
Okay.
So that can help you at least a little bit.
It blew my mind when I realized that if you put the chest in the same house as your workbench, the workbench will access those chests.
If it's close enough. And it basically has to be touching.
No. I heard if it's like a pre-built house.
Oh, if it's in like a pre-built house,
it doesn't have to be touching. You can actually have multiple chests.
So if it's in a pre-built house, okay.
There's also Pokemon who are like, they're like mules. They're like inventory mules. Man,
Gulpin and Swalot, if you bring them with you, they're basically, you just like shove stuff in their mouth and they carry it around.
The game's that is very charming.
Oh, it's extremely charming. It's delightful. It's cute. It's the way the Pokemon that is something. Thank you for bringing that up, Brad. While I say it's not a Pokemon game, unlike any other Pokemon game, besides maybe like Mystery Dungeon or something like that, like because you are a Pokemon, you can talk to the Pokemon.
They don't just say their names.
Yeah, exactly. They will have crazy conversations and interactions, and like sometimes it's kind of fucking weird. But they will just say some of like the most outrageous shit sometimes.
And they're saying like occasionally, I don't know about this, but they'll say like stuff like "bruh," like not "bruh," but they're using more modern slang, and I'm like, that's
to an extent, and it depends on the Pokemon. They all kind of each have their own little personalities, and whatnot. And so it is very interesting, and just kind of interacting with them, and then making them happy, and then they'll be like, my house is okay, but I really wanted like some toy blocks. And then you go and you get some toy blocks and put it in their house, and then you just see them walk up and they see it, and they get so excited and they run up and start playing with the toy blocks and stuff. And there's just like all these little cute things that can happen in the game. But then once again, it's also just these fairly large worlds that you can explore. Like I can see in Brad's right here, he found the museum, and in the museum you can find Gimmighoul, and you can give him like these like feathers that are dropped from Ho-Oh and Lugia, two of the legendary Pokemon.
I've only found
that
silver
kind of
ones,
show up.
But he wants rainbow ones. I don't know where the rainbow ones are.
Ho-Oh drops the rainbow ones. So
that's
when you're playing this game, and it was like the first time Ho-Oh showed up. It's got to be a call out to like the fucking first Pokemon episode of the Pokemon series.
I don't know any of these Pokemon, bro. Like I've played more Pokopia than all other Pokemon games combined. Because that's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Gotcha.
That wasn't hard.
What happens in the first episode of the Pokemon series?
At the end, when like after like the rainstorm stops or whatever, and like Ash is leaving, whatever, he sees like a Pokemon fly across, and he doesn't know what it is. And at the time, no one fucking knew what it was because Ho-Oh didn't exist in like the games.
They
or
actually
anything
show Ho-Oh in the first episode.
Ho-Oh is in the chat. Correct me.
It's like a silhouette,
first
though,
episode or like the second episode. What's up, Nick?
It's just like a silhouette, though, right?
Like years before Gold and Silver come out.
Yes.
Wow.
That's wild.
Pokemon anime episode Ho-Oh.
I wasn't certain that was. I thought that was like one of the 3 legendary birds from the first gen.
Yeah. Well, not from the first gen,
dude.
I know that because I actually remember the first gen.
It's an Instagram link, but I'll post it. I'll post it in our Discord
legendary
chat.
birds are first gen, Nick.
That beyond a shadow of a doubt. on my child's life. That is Ho-Oh. And that is
shit.
That is the first episode of Pokemon.
It's okay. It's okay, Noel. It's not that serious.
I'm just saying, because but once again, no one knew what it was. No one had heard of Ho-Oh. No one had seen Ho-Oh. It didn't exist anywhere. But obviously, I'm sure they had planned out other Pokemon that they just didn't put in the games, and they had planned a bird like this.
Sure. I didn't know that happened. It was pretty cool.
What is?
Yeah.
I don't mean to yank the wheel, but are you? I didn't know Tomodachi Life was on your radar, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been all over like social media. Like I've been watching Northern Lion
Dude,
play.
I
It's
can't
like the
not
funniest
see it
shit
on
I've ever seen.
any like. Don't get me wrong, I'm not on that much social media. I do occasionally browse Instagram Reels, mainly just because my wife started sending them to me, and so I started sending them to her. Blah blah blah. So I do see a lot of Tomodachi Life on there. NL videos pop up on my timeline from time to time. So obviously, I'm going to see stuff there.
He made
some
Daniel
of the stuff
Plainview, and then he made the woman from Theranos. It's like a single drop of blood.
I did see him giving Daniel Plainview the baked beans or whatever, and that was pretty. That was pretty funny.
So
oh yeah, the Theranos. I did see that one too.
He made angry video game nerd. It just you could do catchphrases. He did like I'd rather eat the raw asshole of a roadkill skunk or whatever, and then he eats his rolling rock.
The amount of stuff you can do in Tomodachi Life is pretty impressive. Anyway, getting back to it. So Chris Davis, you mentioned the legendary birds, not to get into too much fucking Pokemon lore, but yeah, no. So like,
here we go
in the lore of the games. I can't remember if it's like they created, because I am not that big of a nerd, surprisingly. But it's like Lugia is like over the legendary trio of birds. Ho-Oh is over the legendary like dogs that are honestly more cats. I know they call them dogs, but those are definitely cats.
That's weird.
They're like Chinese dogs that look like lions.
I mean, I guess so. It's definitely like a lion, a tiger, and like a leopard, and they call them.
But they're dogs.
They're dog. They call them dogs. But anyway, so Brad, in
cat dogs.
Pokopia, once again, getting back to what
area?
we're talking about, every area. What happens is, if it is daytime in the game, and so here's the other crazy thing about this, Nick, that we didn't talk about, and that's kind of one of the frustrating things.
Like Animal Crossing.
90% of my playtime in this game has been at night, because it is true to the day-night life cycle of the real world. If you're playing this game at 9 p.m., it is nighttime in the game.
Yeah.
Time to fuck with your internal game clock.
Yeah, so there have been a couple of times where I have messed up my Switch's game clock, because it's like, I want to play the fucking daytime. I am tired of just playing this game at night.
Oh, so I can kind of tell when Brad was playing this game to capture the footage.
I mean, potentially.
Sort of.
But anyway, so Brad, once again, I think it's approximately once an hour, you will hear a noise that's like a whooshing and then like a screeching or whatever. And it is either, if it's nighttime, it's Lugia flying over. If it's daytime, it's Ho-Oh.
I've only been getting the silver ones. The silver ones are from
Lugia, so it's at nighttime.
Fuck. I have a job, damn it.
So well, that's good. Just switch as Eternal Clock. But anyway, yeah, you can't like get them in the game, to my knowledge at least. You just see them flying over, and then they'll kind of stop, and then they drop a feather, and you can go up and you can collect that feather. If it's a Ho-Oh, it's the rainbow feather. If it's the Lugia, it's the silver feather, and then you can turn those into Gimme Ghoul at the museum.
Shut the fuck up, Chris Davis, or who said that? Crispy?
What?
I don't know what that
Chris Davis.
What is he trying to say?
Chris Davis.
Based on the sun direction in this video, Brad has been playing at a time in which he should be playing with his kids instead.
Look, we're all playing Pokopia in my household. In fact, it is crazy, Nolan. I've mentioned it on this podcast, but the way you can do multiplayer with a Switch copy of the game and a Switch One.
So
Henry and
I have
Griffin,
played a little
they
bit.
play that way with a Switch One, and I'm like, that is
cool.
insane.
So and that's, once again, they didn't have to do this, but they have, and I forget the official phrase where it's like game share or something like that.
Game share, I think.
Game share. If someone else is near you with a Switch, 1 or 2, they can remote into your game, without having a copy of the game. Now, granted, you can't play the main story. There is a subset island, default named Pallet Town, where you can do almost everything that you would normally do in any of these areas.
They play hide and seek, and they think it's the funniest shit.
You can play hide and seek with Pokemon, yeah, and they can just come into your world and they can help you do stuff and run around and build stuff and explore and whatnot and discover Pokemon and yeah, it's very, once again, they can just do it without owning a copy of the game. Once again, they didn't have to do that. It's very nice that they did. So Burnett and I have played, a small, not definitely not as much, but we played a little bit doing that. But once again, kind of going back to it, there's just a whole lot you can do. That's a subset of it. One of the things we've not really talked about, you've seen if you're watching the footage, Brad do it a few times. There is some Pokemon you can transform into to do different things. So you can you don't necessarily transform as Squirtle, but you learn his water gun, so you can squirt out water to do a variety of things. Sometimes it's watering plants, it's putting out fires. Scyther, he gives you his blades attack, so you can slash stuff. You saw in the footage Brad turning into Graveler, and you can use him as like a wrecking ball to kind of knock down stuff.
You can eat food, so your destruction power is like even better. I love that shit.
It's not even just about eating food. You cook foods. There's recipes in the game that you can cook certain recipes to boost up your skills to make them more powerful. Like as Graveler as an example, you can there's certain blocks that you can't just break through normally, but if you power up, you can. And then regular blocks you break through with less hits. You can transform into Lapras for the water to get around. And in the footage you're seeing right now with Brad, you're going to the SS Anne, like from the first game, which is pretty cool.
So I didn't know what the fuck that was, but I will say we did talk about this game on the podcast before, and one of the things that has impressed me most is just the raw exploration. Like, it is so fun to like find new shit. Like, I got to that ship before I learned how to swim by just building like power lines. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I probably need power here. So I made power lines all the way to the first time I got to that ship and started to figure out how to power it on. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. I need to go back there. I still don't know what's going on with that ship, but
honestly, I've not fully explored it yet. I've only explored a subset of it.
It is cool that even someone like Brad, who doesn't stay up to speed with Pokemon lore and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to care about Pokemon at all to enjoy.
You don't have to. But
honestly, people who
Pokemon
do
aspect of this game is maybe 20%.
Yeah,
the rest of it is just building out cool stuff. It's very if you enjoy that type of gameplay, like building out cute environments and I want to do this.
Cozy.
I found very cozy. Like, I found this item and this item, and I'm in in a beach town, so I want to make it look nicer. And one of the cool things you can get in this game is it's like a pair of virtual goggles, and you can go to other people's islands. And some of them that they've kind of officially put out, like the developers built out islands, and so you can go to some of the developers' islands that obviously they spent dozens and dozens of hours in God mode, so they're just doing whatever they want, so it's a lot faster. But building out these really cool environments and unique and showing off all the different things you can do and build. And honestly, one of the cool things about this game, Brett, I don't know if you know about the camera copying technology.
Yeah. You can take
so if
you're
so if you're interacting with something that you don't have the recipe for yet, you can take a picture with your camera. It gets logged into a system. I think there's a max number you can have at once. But then in the Pokemon Center at your world, there's an item crafting thing that you can put in some Poke Metal, which is actually a fairly rare resource in this game, but you can use that to create an item that you don't have the ability to craft yet, which is pretty cool.
So sick. It reminds me of Dark Cloud 2's camera, where you take pictures and make inventions.
That's sick.
But no, definitely a very fun, like you said, cozy, I think is a good description. Besides the fact that you're just
the good version of cozy, I feel like cozy has become an insult to some games, sort of. Like that market has flooded with I think
an unintentional insult
after Stardew popped off, and maybe a couple of mobile games. Now the market of bad cozy games is flooded.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad this one found an audience, and it really is popping off.
It's a cozy game that's also engaging. I think is maybe what you're saying, because like there's so many cozy games out there that are cozy to a fault, where it's like,
so
what am I even
cozy they
doing?
put you to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. This is too comfortable.
This is so addictive.
But no, I definitely enjoy it. There's once again, there's a surprising amount of story to the game. And you know, the actual main quest line and side quests you go on. And you know, you look as an example in the first area, like it's like, oh, everything's dried out. And so you got to make it, you know, you're trying to like kind of say moisten the area, but you're trying to
it.
Sorry, I just realized, I remembered. No, you're trying to raise the humidity of the area because it's so dry. And so you do all this stuff and it's not enough, and then you kind of create this like rain totem because you want to like, you know, you found a slowpoke, and according to, you know, slowpoke's Pokedex entry, if he yawns, he can create rain, but it's like not enough. And then you know, you do all this stuff and it finally like attracts something, and you're like, what's going on? And it turns out it's Kyogre, you know, one of the legendary Pokemon of the seas. I guess technically, according to lore, I believe Kyogre created the seas.
What a nerd.
See, no one goes deep, Brad. This is
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, who's this big fucking well?
That's Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Groudon created the land.
Team Magma,
yeah, exactly. Rayquaza created the skies, I guess. Then Kyogre created the seas, and Rayquaza's job is to stop
and
Kyogre.
They hate each other.
No, yeah, Kyogre and Groudon hate each other for sure. But anyway, but yeah, so Kyogre shows up and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? Oh, I see that you made this place a lot more humid than it was. That's cool. You want me to just like make it rain?" And you're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Ah,"
nice.
And then it just starts raining, and like everything becomes like,
problem solved.
you know, green and lush and stuff like that. Yeah,
this is too good.
But no, it's a lot of fun. And I know Brad.
I wish I cared about Pokemon
more.
more. Oh.
Yeah, if you cared about Pokemon, you would enjoy it even more, probably. Just like I said, the fact that you don't care as much about Pokemon, but you're still enjoying it is you know, it shows, you know, that it's a very well designed game. But Brad had mentioned earlier, and if you're seeing his footage, he's talking to a Primplup in front of a water wheel, because there is electricity in this game, and you can use water wheels and windmills to generate electricity, and then you have to run power lines throughout the world to kind of spread the power, and you can create lights, and you can have like vending machines and other like really no,
I mean,
you
it
can.
basically mogs Death Stranding. Sorry.
I mean,
that's not what Death Stranding's about, you fucking bitch. You little bitch. You little fucking coward bitch.
But anyway, so yes, definitely been playing a whole lot of Pokopia. I really enjoy the game. I'm once again haven't even finished yet. But it's just one of those things where my gaming time as of late has definitely been a lot less than I'd like it to be, just because of life. You know, there's
this just makes sense for you right now, for sure.
No, for sure. It's just one of those things where, you know, to Crispy's, or, you know, Chris Davis's comment earlier, playing with my kid.
God.
Wait, what?
You fucking assholes!
Playing with my kid after work. And then it's just one of those things where my kid's so young, obviously compared to Brad's, that, you know, she definitely needs constant attention. And then all of a sudden it's, you know, dinner time, and then making her dinner, and then dealing her bath, and then getting her down to bed. And all of a sudden it's like late in the day, and I'm just exhausted. Like, I don't want to, like, the thought of like sometimes playing games is too much for me, that I'm just like mentally exhausted. I don't want to do anything.
Sometimes at the end of the day, Malia and I were just laying on the couch exhausted. She's like, "Why don't you play a game?" And I'm like, "Fuck you! You play a game. That would take so much energy right now."
And so I know it's one of those things. You know, I've talked with my sister. Her sons are older and stuff, and I know it's one of those things where it'll get easier as they get older. I know it's not perfect, and I know
when Griffin needs shit, I just make Henry do it. It's so great.
But yeah, and so it's just one of those things. And the other thing is, you know, that's something that I've talked about it briefly on the show, but however many years ago I decided I wanted to have a shiny living dex, and so I started that. And I'm working my way towards it still. So every once in a while, when I do play some games, sometimes it is just like working on whatever one's next on my list. Cool. To have a shiny living dex. So
remind me again what that is.
The shiny,
a shiny of every Pokemon in the game.
That's right. Okay.
And
which is a huge endeavor.
It is. A lot of people have done it. I'm definitely far from the first one to try to do it. Lots of people have succeeded.
It's
I wanna
easier in
say
like the Legends games, right? Like it
no, it definitely is easier.
old school
Those
Pokemon games, it's like impossible.
well, it depends on the game. If you're talking about Gen 1, the chances of a shiny are 1 in 8,192, and there's no way to increase those odds. I do have a shiny Bulbasaur in Fire Red. But the newer games, there's definitely ways to improve that. And so obviously most of my Pokemon come from the newer games. But I think, like I pull up my document where I keep track of all of this.
Hell yeah.
There
Documents.
is there's 1084 Pokemon with unique forms. I am definitely not doing a gender based dex. That's where technically Venusaur, male and female, have slightly different. I'm not doing that shit. That's a step.
That would be crazy.
But I'm only missing 219 out of the 1084.
Shiny Bulbasaur has a yellow flower. Crazy.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, some of the shinies are really fucking like. Some of them are fucking mint. Some of them are choice, and then some of them look like dog shit. Like, so a lot of the Gen 1s do have issues, and that mainly just stems from shinies didn't show up until Gen 2 or 3. I'm not an expert.
Well, they had the
but it was
red Gyarados.
That's like the most famous shiny, right?
Shiny.
Well, no, it is, but a lot of them, it was a very simple like palette swap. So essentially, this Pokemon's RGB was like this color or whatever, and they just kind of like moved it to the next thing, and so it's like a very basic kind of shift in color, and so that's why a lot of the earlier ones are kind of meh. But like some of the later ones are really good. But I will say that Venusaur is pretty good. Or I guess Bulbasaur too is the yellow flower and stuff. But no, there's a lot of really good ones. So yeah, with the most recent one being released as a Volcanion, and that's something that's actually pretty cool. There's always been a lot of like mythical or legendary Pokemon that have been shiny locked in every single game. You just can't get them shiny, and I will say that I'm obviously not including those because you can't get them unless you hack them. Which then I'm putting all of mine in Pokemon Home, and you can't really put a hacked Pokemon in Pokemon Home because then they will like ban you. But anyway, one of the things they started recently was essentially like gift Pokemon, and what they're doing is essentially if you complete a living dex from a given game, they will grant you like a shiny Pokemon that's like unique or whatever. And for Legend ZA, if you complete that living dex, which means putting a Pokemon that you captured originally from that game into Pokemon Home, like the kind of online service they have. They will gift you a Volcanion, which is the most recent one. That's been shiny locked in the past. So it's kind of interesting, but it also means like, oh, but I thankfully Legends EA was the first game I knew that was going to be a thing going into it. So as I played the game, I collected a living dex as I went. And a Chief's question in chat: how long did it take for that shiny starter? I actually have like a counting app that I use.
You nerd.
So
this is the man who keeps a spreadsheet of every single game he plays.
Shush.
There it is.
I do.
It was. I got it under odds. It was 7,546 restarts. Wow. So it's approximately 97 hours.
I am flabbergasted.
That's love, man. That's love on the spectrum.
And so hold on. So the other thing I will say is, throughout all this time, obviously, because that's been something I kind of do, and because that's not something that you have to really focus on either. It's a very basic thing, and so it's something you can kind of just do. I don't want to say like without paying attention, but kind of. It's just like a very simple thing. But anyway,
well, you're feeding a baby.
Yeah, kind of. And so I was, I followed some, looked up some stuff online because every once in a while I'm like, man, this is broken. This can't be real. Especially when I'm doing something that has increased odds, like Masuda method for breeding Pokemon. It's technically 1 in 512. And when you're ungodly over odds for something that low. It gets infuriating. But I found a guy talking about some people who have on record like insane shiny hunts, and it's like this one person I can't even remember what they were going for, but it was full odds, so 1 in 8,192, and they were at like 70,000, like
restarts,
resets.
Oh my
essentially
God.
for a not shine, and it's like at that point, like
how unlucky
you
can
can't
you
give
be?
up. It's sunk cost fallacy to an extent, but like
at that point, you
how
automate that
unlucky-
shit.
Well, no, and so hold on. There's also like calculations that can come up and say like, oh, when you like, obviously there is a never 100% chance because it's always 1 in 80, 192. In theory, it could go on a million times. Now, the chances of that are extremely low, but it's also I often have that where I can look up the shiny, like, what is the percent chance you should have seen a shiny by now, and with that it's like, yeah, I don't even know, at that point it's like 99.8% chance you should have seen a shiny by
Do
then.
you
So
have
that
like an item that just look? I don't know much about Pokemon, but do you have an item that can you spawn the shiny and then like fuck up the capture? Like as it like
100%, you can lose shinies very easily.
Oh
yeah,
no.
and I have lost them, and it is the fucking worst.
Oh my God.
When that happens.
This is giving me anxiety
it's
just thinking
it's
about
just
it.
like any other encounter. You still have to fight and then catch.
I thought you would at some point you'd have like a magic Pokeball that just works. Is that not?
Well, there's a
thing?
master
there's a
ball,
master
but
ball.
generally they're very limited. Now, I will say Scarlet and Violet, there are ways to get more master balls. There's a Pokemon item in the Blueberry Academy DLC that allows you to. There's a chance you can get a master ball, and when that came out, there was some kind of finicky ways you could trick it into giving you more.
You
But
can't
they
just
patched
do
that
the
out pretty quick.
glitch.
So honestly, there was an item duping glitch in Scarlet and Violet when it first came out, but they patched it pretty quick.
There's a missing
but
no
yeah,
in Vampire Survivors.
it's
Missing
probably
no is
across
a
the
Pokemon thing.
Yeah, but it's
Mhm.
in the vampire games as well.
Cool.
Hey, did y'all know that Subnautica 2 comes out in 2 weeks?
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Didn't know that.
Dude,
That's bananas.
what's
Did
up
you know it's
with that?
it's the #1 most wishlisted game on Steam, and it has been
I
for
can
like
imagine.
a year.
What's going on with the legal shit?
No,
with that game?
they won back their game. The
That's
people
good.
won. The studio won, not the
Okay,
publisher.
but
The
they're
publisher
still
lost.
at the same publisher.
Nah, I don't think so.
Because that would be weird.
So the game changed publisher.
Subnautica, was that Korean based, right? Or am I crazy on that?
The publisher's Korean, yeah.
Yeah, the publisher's Korean, yeah.
Yeah. Not,
I remember the legal stuff, but I don't remember all of the exact details.
Not Crafton.
Dude, Twitch is playing a Hokum ad next to us, like as I'm watching it, because I don't subscribe. And I've never seen a Hokum trailer, and that shit looked fucking terrifying. What was
Yeah,
that?
it looks really scary.
What was
I'm
that?
so excited. I'm so
It's got Adam Scott in it.
I don't
but
like that face.
I don't like Adam Scott either. I don't like his
You don't
face.
like Adam Scott?
You don't like his face?
You don't watch Severance?
No, Severance was good.
It's interesting when I googled
Crafton.
Subnautica legal issue. The first thing that comes up is a Delaware court ruled that Crafton breached its contract. I'm like, oh, Delaware.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots
Yeah.
of legal shit happens
They
in Delaware.
they didn't want to pay out bonuses, so they tried to get rid of all the
Yeah.
$250
Firing
million
the key
in
founder.
bonuses.
to avoid a
But then-
$250 million payout.
How does that work though? They're like back. They're hired back, and now they just
Wrongful
are
termination.
working for people who. Yeah, but do wrongful terminations usually end with the person still working at the company?
No.
Don't know.
I don't
Like
think
it
so.
doesn't seem like it would, right? Like, aren't you? How does that work? What?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
They'll just fire you again, right?
Don't worry
Just
about
make
it,
it
Chris
stick
Beach.
next time.
Look over
Yeah.
here. Don't worry
No,
about
what I'm
it.
saying is, what's up with this
No,
game?
I-
Is it safe? Is it safe?
It's
Nobody
Is it
knows.
safe? Is
It still blows
safe?
my mind that Subnautica 2 is about to make $1 billion, and the lead designer is Anthony Gallegos from One Up.
Oh, I keep
And the lead
forgetting
designer's
about
what?
Anthony Gallegos from One Up, which
Wow.
like that's
Really?
like, I mean that's like a what's his face from Destiny level. Like whoa,
yeah.
he's going.
Was he involved with Subnautica 1 at all, or?
He joined the studio after Subnautica 1.
But wasn't
released.
Subnautica like? Doesn't 2 suck? Like, didn't we hate it?
No, you're talking about Below Zero. Subnautica 2 is coming out in 2 weeks.
Also, Below Zero didn't suck. I played through Below Zero. It did not suck.
Below Zero is fine. This is the real Subnautica 2, though.
Yeah.
Okay, pass the Nick test. But
I'm
mean?
a huge Subnautica fan. I'm just saying I played almost as much Below Zero as I played Subnautica 1.
Oh, that's a you problem, though. That's fine. You're fine. Below Zero is fine.
You're such a dick.
No.
Okay,
you're right.
so we're saying Subnautica 2 is going to be good, and we're excited.
We are hoping. We are hoping, and we are excited.
It is early access, and it will be in early access for years. But like, it's the sort of game where like I'm still gonna like get it and check it out, right? I'm not gonna wait. I mean, I'll wait at some point, but I want to fuck around. Yeah, we can't bid on it, but I want to fuck around in Subnautica 2 before 1.0. You know.
I
don't.
Pretty cool.
I'm gonna wait because that's what I do. Hey,
you don't even
we need to
dive in a little bit.
No. Hey, let's go ahead since this one segment show is going a little long. Why don't we wrap up with the 4-player minute?
4-player minute.
Final thoughts for the evening.
It's a 4-player minute.
Are you usually throw it over to me? Are you gonna throw it over to me? You didn't actually throw it over to me.
I have not thrown it over to you. I'm
He
gonna
was
throw
waiting for the intro to finish, you dick.
I'm gonna throw it over to Nolan since it's been a while. Or maybe that's a bad move? Should I?
Yeah, no, come to me last. Let me think my thoughts for a second. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
What's
Brad,
going
you
on
win.
in Fantasy Critic for my 4-player minute? Actually, no bids this week. I was really glad no one picked up Mixtape because I think Mixtape's actually maybe going to do pretty well. It looks really cool. We still have not heard about that new Star Fox game and / Ocarina of Time remake, but we were supposed to have heard about the
Star Fox.
Do we?
I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
I don't get it now before it's real, because when it's real, the cost is going to go up. I don't know.
Whatever happened to Aaron Eckhart? You know,
Aaron Eckhart.
What?
The actor. What's he
What's
been
that to
in
do with
lately?
anything?
Two-Face?
Oh, Twitch is showing me more ads.
God
there's
damn
a
it.
movie called
He will
Deep
always
Water.
be thank you for smoking to me.
Yeah, thank you for smoking for sure.
Oh, more than The Dark Knight. Sure. Okay. That's fine.
I'm just
Thank You for Smoking was a good movie. That's fine.
Does it hold up? I don't know.
I don't know, maybe.
Yes,
I don't know. Look, did I talk about like
Passes
the chaos and
yes, you did.
The stock
Fantasy Critic
market,
chaos?
right?
Yes. Please don't go into another.
Oh,
No.
Derek was caught insider trading and they killed him?
He was caught. No,
They killed-
no. A lot of people were caught insider trading.
They melted him in a giant vat of cartoon acid?
It's a new week and the drama is completely different, and I'll briefly.
Oh, really?
Let me briefly explain. The dude, Open Critic, was bought by Valnet like a year or so ago, and like since then everyone's like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Well, homie Scott over in the Open Critic Discord, the one who adds all like the missing games and the missing reviews,
Our
and
friend,
makes sure that
who we
that
like.
stuff is actually going up on the site
Yeah.
he got
plays a vital role in Fantasy Critic
fired.
ecosystem.
He got fired, and now all the shit that is broken on Open Critic, like okay, well, this game doesn't exist on Open Critic, or all these reviews are out but they're not on Open Critic, the stuff that's very important to Fantasy Critic, like for example Level Up, which occasionally does like we gave this game a 90 out of 100, and for whatever reason, the scraper on Open Critic makes it a 0.9. So like for like a game score will like drop down significantly until that glitch that keeps happening gets fixed.
And that was Scott that fixed that stuff?
Scott was a big reason that like reviews got added, missing games got added. And now everyone's like, Valnet was already like a really shitty company, right? Like, and now everyone's like even more worried that like Open Critics gonna fall apart. And like the dude who runs Fantasy Critics like, look, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think he has some contingency plans or some ideas, but what he's told everybody, everyone's kind of in a holding pattern. Everyone's like, well, I don't want to draft any indie game that's like not a certain level of popularity, right? Because if you don't get enough top critics, the game doesn't get a score. If it doesn't get a score, you don't get a point. And he told everybody, look, just keep doing what you're doing, draft what you want, everything's going to work out. So I think he has like some sort of backup plan, but the problem is Metacritic doesn't have a what's it called, Nolan? Like they can't. There's no way to access Metacritic's database of scores or whatever. Like
an
they can with
API layer
OpenCritic.
to pull the data in.
Yeah. They can't do that with Metacritic. Only OpenCritic works like that. The way the Fantasy Critic is set up. So
I'm
if
fairly certain
OpenCritic
Metacritic probably has an API. It's just not exposed.
Yeah. So no one knows what's going to happen. There is an underground version of OpenCritic called Working Critic that is not actually one of the Fantasy Critic players, like a player. He created this website, and I'm pretty sure they're illegally doing. Like it's not like he can't do what he's doing, but it's called Working Critic, and it's like a fixed version of OpenCritic that adds makes the scrapers work and stuff. And but it's underground. You have to have a special login. You got to DM him. But if you actually want to see how your indie game is, if you want to see,
are you saying that next season we're going fucking underground illegal street fight Fantasy Critic?
It might be the case.
Sweet.
I've been waiting. There are no rules in underground Fantasy Critic.
I've just been waiting for our opportunity to commit crime.
Oh my god, we can kill people.
Yeah.
No, Crispy, we can't. We can't do that.
Yeah, that's the punishment.
This is gonna be like the Kumite season of Street Fight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pass.
That's all I got. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it over Crispy next.
Kumite. Bloodsport's a pretty fun movie, wasn't it, guys?
Wait, what was?
No, Bloodsport. It's like a
Bloodsport.
It's a goat.
It's a goat. The fight to survive.
JCVD.
Kumite.
Yeah,
Kumite.
Yeah, JCVD. So this week was Final Fantasy XIV's Fan Fest in North America.
Oh, that's still a thing.
Shut the 14. Fuck up, you little fucking slut.
You broke him. Crispy's
yeah.
Shutting down.
They announced the new expansion and it looks crazy. And not only that, they announced that they have broken the mold. They've broken all conventions. The brakes are off on this thing, ladies and gentlemen. There's no more gear chase. There's no more gear leveling. Everything means everything. Anything you do makes you better and stronger. There's a lot.
Can I just play the good stuff without playing all the bad stuff? Is that going to happen?
No,
yet?
You have to play the bad stuff, but you also get to play the good stuff.
It's a privilege, Brad.
Well, okay, so one of the big hassles of the game in Endgame is that once you're gearing up multiple jobs, you're having to do a full-on grind for gear for every job, which is a lot of tombstones, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of just bullshit. And now they've decided that you don't have to do that anymore. If you have any job unlocked and you go to do certain content, it'll auto reflect your job level and your gear score to whatever your highest one is. So if you're a tank main and then someone's like, well, hey, will you play DPS or will you play healer in this dungeon or something, but you don't level your healers? I'm a level 100 gunbreaker, but I've got this level 40 white mage.
Yeah.
You can play the white mage and it'll pump it up to whatever your gunbreaker's gear score is.
That's crazy.
Which is kind of crazy, kind of the big blowout. The new story shit, they showed a teaser trailer for the new expansion. It looks great. The other big kind of surprise with this is that they announced it last week and it's coming out in January. That turnaround's real short. There's 2 more fan fests between now and then. There's one in London and then there's one in Berlin and then there's one in, I don't know, Japan, Tokyo, something like that.
That checks out.
Probably. That's where Square Enix is. And both of those were supposed to be getting information about the 2 new jobs. There's a new tank coming, and there's a new melee DPS or ranged physical DPS. I don't know. A new DPS. The other thing with tank is that they're changing how tanks work pretty much completely, whereas before it was kind of more of a coordinated dance between 2 tanks in a raid where you're main tanking, off tanking, switching, you're pulling aggro over here and passing it off over there. Now they're separating them into 2 different roles. So paladins are going to be called main tanks. Every other tank is going to be an off tank. they both do completely different things now, and the new tank is a main tank, and we don't know what it is. But everyone's thinking it's gonna revolve around a shield in some way. I don't know. It's really crazy. The other thing too is they announced that they're completely changing the combat system. They're like doing this whole new combat system called Evolved. So now all of the jobs will be able to switch between the system as it currently exists and then whatever this new like streamlined condensed system that like mashes a bunch of skills together, gives them like charges and contextualizes them. So it's like we'll take these two skills, put them together into one, and it's a different skill depending on if you use it on like an ally or if you use it on an enemy or if you're, you know, whatever. It sounds really crazy and they haven't gotten too in depth with it yet. But the idea that now you're just going to kind of be able to play the game completely differently next to people who are playing it a different way is really weird. Yeah. And the new jobs are not going to have like old mode. They're only going to be this new like evolved form. So it's becoming this weird like the entire combat system is about to be like this relic that's just kind of attached to the game that you're like, oh yeah, that's from the first 10 years of the game when it worked like this. Now it works like this. You can play it that old way, but it makes it a little harder and
like when they made Star Wars Galaxies in Action RPG for some reason.
Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies. Weird. Wow. Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. I mean, it's real wild. It's real wild what they're doing. People have been a little like meh on Final Fantasy for the last couple of years. Dawn Trail was really controversial.
That bullshit. Yeah.
It's taken. I like Dawn Trail, but you know, whatever. You know, some people didn't. That's fine. It was controversial. It was the new Stormblood. But you know what? I like Stormblood too. So fuck y'all.
There we go.
But it's been regaining favor with the expansions or with the patches, the post patches, and now all the new stuff has really kind of gotten lit a fire under people's asses. Everyone's getting real like, whoa, what's going on? The new patch just dropped this week as well, and they've added new things like they added a second limited job to the game. Like before they only had Blue Mage, which was this weird thing. It was a job that you can only play content with other Blue Mages. So you're completely like sequestered off from the rest of the game. And the job only goes up to like level 70 and the level cap's 100, right? So it was this weird thing, but they've said like, oh, we kind of want to keep going with this and we want to add new limited jobs. We want that to still be a thing. So they added a new one called Beastmaster, which is like Blue Mage, a job based entirely around the monsters in the game. It's like instead of stealing their attacks as magic spells, like with Blue Mage, now there's a job where you capture monsters and then like use them as pets. And it looks fucking sick. But like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time for it, but I don't know. Like they're taking big swings. It seems like they puckered their buttholes a little bit after Dawn Trail. And we're like, oh, okay, our cash cows in trouble. Let's do something. And they did.
That's how you know they mean business.
And they did. And it looks sick. And I'm excited. And still no butt sliders, but you know, we'll get there.
I hope it works out for you.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Chris Davis.
Shove it up your ass, Nicholas.
Sorry. Chris Davis.
Yeah, I don't have much to talk about this week. First off, shout out to CCP Games for gaining their independence. They that's kind of a long time coming, and I was
who?
Yeah, I remember who that is.
These are the developers behind EVE Online. They were acquired back in 2017, 2018, and they were able to buy their independence this past week. So they are now able to own their own property and actually, you know, because it's a fucking nightmare to work in this fucking industry.
That's probably has like a massive like impact on the economy of Iceland. I think
Iceland.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm kind of just biding my time right now, waiting for 007 to come out. There were previews that came out today that are very, very positive.
End of the month. Or towards the end of the month.
It's
I don't remember the exact date.
May 17th, I think, something like that. Or is that Subnautica 2?
I think it's in the 20s.
Okay,
somewhere in the 20s.
Either way, that's gonna be my next game I'm gonna be playing. In the meantime, I'm kind of going back and working through some back catalog stuff. I've been playing through Ace Combat 7 again with on the highest difficulty level. I've already lined up my JRPG that I'm going to be playing in the fall. So I'm gonna.
What the fuck does that mean?
Your one
you have
JRPG you're gonna play?
lined up for the
summer.
fall.
You're gonna hit your quota.
Sorry,
Don't.
I meant
Monster
the
Hunter
summer.
Stories. Monster Hunter Stories.
No,
That's
no,
just
it's not.
the way Chris Davis operates. Okay,
So weird. You
What
lined
is-
up
treats
a
his-
JRPG.
he treats his
JRPG takes
playtime like a
time,
company.
man.
Not all.
He
of
treats
them.
his gaming time the way a company treats
Can you
their
tell-
lineup.
Can
So
you
I need
tell
one
us
for
what
the
it
fall.
is?
No,
Can you tell us what it is?
no.
You're not gonna tell us what it
Because
is.
the last time I talked about JRPG on this fucking podcast, I got fucking berated.
What was it?
Well, you're gonna talk about it after you play this, aren't you?
What
mean,
was
yeah.
it? Why is everything so secretive with you? I just don't understand.
Well,
Makes sense.
I will say there is something I wanted to play this week, but paycheck hasn't hit until tomorrow. But next week I'm going to talk about it, and it's something I'm actually really excited about. So wait until then.
Sweet.
In dramatic suspense.
All right. Nolan, did you want to go last, or just last before me?
I can go before you, Nick.
Go for it.
So yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm trying to get back into gaming, but life is still in
Baby.
the way, and
Yeah.
it's not even just a baby. It's honestly, there's dozens of other small projects around the house that I've been trying to get to. Honestly, a lot of them because of the baby.
There it is.
That just have
It
been,
adds up.
keeping me busy. And then to Brad's point, when I work a full day at work, I'm mentally exhausted after work. I spend time with the baby. I walk the dog. I do this.
This is so
I'll-
shameful to admit, but y'all talk about that, and I'm like, I know that. I feel that too. But I don't have a child, so I feel like I shouldn't feel
So
that.
it's funny that is obviously the other thing with being on Instagram and algorithms like pinpointing you exactly. So obviously I get served a lot of parent content, but one of the ones I saw within the last couple of days was like, before I had a kid, I was always exhausted and never had any free time, and now I have a kid and I'm like, I had so much free time.
I forget, but
yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, and it's just once again, I say my new house quote. Obviously, we've been here for is this going to be year 3 now?
That's crazy.
But there's
Yeah.
still so many little projects that I've just never got around to, like little things here and there within the last a couple of honestly within the last month or two. I finally installed some under cabinet lighting in our kitchen. That I did. Here's the thing. I'm dumb. I like to do things. In theory, this is supposed to be our forever home. So I
If
didn't want
you're
to just
dumb,
buy
Nolan,
some
I don't even know what
one-off,
that makes me.
thing. Well, and I did completely custom. So I bought the LED strips and I soldered them to some leads, and then I bought the channels and I custom cut them to fit exactly under my cabinets. And so, does it look great? Yes. Is it, I have it operating, each cabinet's on a single channel. It's on timers. The one thing I haven't done yet is a motion sensor.
Where is the dumb part in this?
Well, it's just dumb because I could have bought something for X number of dollars more and just slapped it on there and had been done with it. But it's just because, like I said,
You're
just because
ambitious.
of that, it takes me longer to do things sometimes because,
Yeah.
like I said, I want to get it done right. And you know what? Does it look better? Yes, but also it takes a lot of time. And then soldering small. I'm definitely not an expert on soldering, so I
It's
have
more
to solder
rewarding,
and then
though.
resolder and. But yeah, just little projects like that around the house, and and did some new flowers in the flower bed, and that takes time. And my headphones, my XM5 Sony headphones, fucking broke, and it's very frustrating. And so then I bought the stuff to repair them, but then it turns out I didn't buy the right thing, so I have this headphone.
Oh my
that's
God.
half done because this thing broke off, but I didn't buy this tiny little plastic thing that I needed, and I didn't realize I needed it, and so now I got to wait for that part to come in so I can fix my headphones. So I had to bust out my old pair.
Man, I would have just bought new headphones.
So that's what Bernadette said. She's like, just buy a new pair of headphones. And I'm like, well, first off, these are not cheap headphones, which actually makes it even more frustrating that they broke. But if you look into it, that's actually kind of common that the little place where the headphones turn, like right here, is what broke. They rotate. You can see it on this one that's not broken. It allows it to rotate. That part like snapped because it's whatever plastic. And
also, fuck you, Nick. Not only do you save money, but like it is rewarding to fix things.
Wait, so it's also it's just the concept. Well, of, like, I don't want to like the only thing that's broken about these is that little piece is broken, and so like the headphones will stick on my head. They still work, and I feel bad. Like I mean, I don't know how much these are worth now, but when I bought them, they're like $250 set of headphones that are they're like the thing that sucks is it's to like Brad commented earlier, it's like I forgot about it. Now that I've been on these ones, holy shit, I can't go more than like 15 feet away from my desk without them losing connection. Versus my XM5s, I could go down to my basement and still be connected to my computer in my room. Which was very nice to be able to go that far away from my desk and not. But this, I go down the hallway and it's like, and I'm like crap, and then it like loses connection. But yeah, I just feel bad. I don't want to add to e-waste when like literally there's just this one tiny thing that's broken, and they're fixable. And then to Brad's point, yeah, it's just that kind of satisfaction of like I fixed something. I took something broken and I made it working again. Instead of just
that's fair.
I don't know. So anyway, so that's that, and then just once again, it's just a myriad of things, and then obviously just the kid, and trying to find stuff to do with the kid and entertain her, and it's one of those things where it definitely is rewarding. For sure.
Full-time job.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. She's definitely a little bee sometimes, but then other times she's
she
adorable.
wouldn't talk to us.
Yeah.
Bumblebee though.
Yeah. Well, it's like earlier, like today. I walked up to her. She walked up to me, I guess, in the living room, and she said, "Up, please," because that's what she does. And so I pick her up, and then she points at the kitchen and the cabinet in the back corner of our kitchen, and she says, "Pouch," because that's where we keep her little fruit pouches, the little like squeeze, like I don't know. Brad knows what they are. I don't know if everyone else does, but they're.
I took one today to lunch because I was like, "Fuck it."
And so I'm like, "Okay, you want a pouch?" And she's like, "Pouch." And so I pick her up and I walk over and I grab
That's
2
adorable.
ones. I'm like, which one do you want? She's like, this one. And I give it to her. And then we have a little like silicone thing we put on the top. Otherwise she'll just squeeze it and like, squirt it all out at once.
As one does.
So I did that. And then, I give it to her and she's like, thank you. And then she says down. And so I put her down and she watered, drinking her pouch. And then she finishes and she hands it to me and she walks back over to the cabinet and points and pouch. And I'm like,
that's hilarious.
And it's like
very
one of those
bossy.
things where it's like she's becoming a little person, and it's just one of those things where it's like all of a sudden one day she just started saying words, and I was like, "Who taught you that? Like I didn't teach you." And I even say that, "Who taught you that?" The other day she has a little Tony box that plays like like songs and stories and stuff, and one of them on there was head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and she starts doing it. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, Bernadette, when did you teach her head, shoulder? And she's like, I didn't teach her that. And so we talked to her parents and they're like, oh, when did you? And they're like, we didn't teach her that. And I'm like, where the fuck did she learn how to do head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Like none of us taught her that. I mean, don't get me wrong. While we don't give her like
her imaginary friend time,
we have to fucking use like Miss Rachel every once in a while. So my assumption is there was probably an episode of Miss Rachel where they did it and she just picked it up and now she's like doing it. And I'm like, that's crazy to me that you're all of a sudden just like, I'll be like, oh, do you want some water? And she'd be like, water. And I'm like, okay, I guess you just know the word water now.
She's a sponge at the moment. She's just absorbing everything.
It is crazy how quickly all of a sudden she just has started doing things that it's like, man. But yeah, she's next week she'll be a year and a half.
Dang, that's wild.
So time flies.
Time flies. That's cool.
But yeah, and once again, that's my life. And so, like I said, I have been trying to get back into gaming more. There are a myriad of games that I want to be playing, and there are definitely a few things that I like. Like I said, I've started kind of watching some of the NL videos for Tomodachi, and I'm just vicariously living through that, just because it's like I'm not gonna have time to play that. But yeah, that's
cool. Well,
that's it. And the only movie I've seen recently is Project Hail Mary.
was a good movie though, right?
I did go to the theaters for that. No, I really love the book, so yeah, I definitely wanted to see it in theaters, and it was pretty good.
Well, Nolan, obviously, thank you for joining us tonight. And I think it goes without saying, but anytime you want to be on the show, you just let us know.
Hey,
whenever you find time to play some stuff.
If Brad and Crispy want to do some multiplayer Slay the Spire, I can probably find some time.
Slay it. Let's
sounds like they're down. All right, my final thoughts for this week are I'm still playing Mouse PI. And I didn't talk about it tonight because I was pretty positive on it last week, and I'm like none of those opinions that I had about it have changed, but this game is becoming what I would say is like the dictionary definition of like overstaying your welcome. It's just like it's fun and it feels good, and like the design, the world is great, it's all cool, but like it's just not deep enough to be a 20-hour game, which is what it's turning into. So I just like every time I sit down to play it, I think I'm sitting down to play like, okay, this has got to be the last level, but no, there's just more. But I think I've finally gotten to the point where I'm in the end game. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it off since I'm that close. The other thing I just wanted to point out was that I can't believe it. It's a fucking miracle, but Creative Assembly teased Alien Isolation 2 today. Or not today. It was earlier this week, but like... Yeah. And I guess that project was known. I kind of if they had announced it, I had forgotten about it, but like...
Announced on October 2024.
Was it really... They announced it by saying they were working on it?
Yes, a formal project announcement was made.
Yeah,
it came from them. It came from them.
Right, but like, you know how often we see like they verbally say they're developing something and then it never sees the light of day. And I don't know. I just didn't have a lot of faith that there would ever be an actual sequel to Alien Isolation 2. I figured there'd be more Alien games. That's why we've gotten you know, the Fire Team game, and what's the one I keep forgetting the name of, the Rogue. I don't know. The isometric one, come on, help me out here.
Sorry, I'm pulling up real quick. Alien.
You played it.
It's Dark Descent. Know what you're talking about.
Dark Descent. I was totally off. Dark Descent. Like Rogue. I figured we would be getting another Alien game. I just didn't think it would be like that Alien game, which is like was my game of the year that year. I fucking love that game.
You really need to play Dark
Descent. So excited. I know it's on my list. I want to play it.
He's not going to like it anywhere near as much as Alien Isolation, though.
That is true. Alien Isolation is somewhere in my top 20 games of all time. I fucking loved every second of that game.
Along with what was the game you said last week? I didn't believe you.
Atomic Heart. I said that was probably.
I still don't believe you.
I said that was probably somewhere in my top 30. In my top 30 is what I said last week.
I guess. I mean, if it's like
top 30 is still a pretty crazy list.
I love that game.
How long we've been playing video games.
I know. I fucking love that game.
I want to see your top 30. That's your homework for next week.
All right,
your top 30 games of all time. Because I don't think Atomic Heart is anywhere near it.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, that's my final thought, guys. Thank you for sticking with us this week. It's Nolan. It's great to have you.
One segment show.
One segment show, even though it's 2.5 hours. Woo! But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This was actually a great show, considering I didn't really have a lot on the docket, like a game plan coming into this episode. So, hell yeah!
I do tell you every week.
I know, but I don't always believe you. But anyways, thanks for listening. In the meantime, you can find us on Discord at discord.gg/4player. You can find all of our podcasts and information about our show on 4playernetwork.com. Check it out. And we'll be back next week to talk about games. Saros is out. I'm hoping to maybe have started Saros by next week. So there should be new stuff to talk about around the corner. In the meantime, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
Bye.
I need to go to bed.
Don't we all?
Bye. Bye, Nolan.
873.
Bye, Brad.
873.
873. Very good.
He got off there so quickly. I'm like scared that he just was like shutting it all down without even saving anything. He knows, right? He knows.
He better.
He's not a fool.
Who knows? We shouldn't try to psychoanalyze him too much.
You're right. That's true. Y'all should see Exit 8, guys. That was pretty good.
See what?
I kind of want to.
Oh, Exit 8.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll be out on streaming pretty soon.
Nick.
What?
I love you. Don't hate me.
Right.
You're not allowed to be mad.
Was it recording?
Oh no.
I was recording.
Okay.
But it did drop out twice.
Okay. Like for
I wrote timestamps at when it dropped out.
Oh,
and the second time I wrote how long it was dropped out. The first time I didn't notice it for a few seconds.
Okay. I can work around that. That's fine.
What caused the dropouts? I'm just curious.
The what?
What caused them?
Thanks, y'all. Oh, yeah, I was asking what caused
it. My cable to my mic is like really loose, so if I ever like bump the cable, it'll cause the mic to kind of like disconnect and reconnect. And when that happens while Discord's while Audacity's recording, it just cuts the recording.
I have a similar thing with my DisplayPort cable to my monitor. If I accidentally tap it, my monitor just like cuts out for like 10, 15 seconds, but obviously that's not as bad as the mic.
How long were these cutouts?
One was like 20 seconds, the other was maybe 30, 40 seconds.
And it was while you were talking? Or was it just in between?
I don't think so. I don't think I was talking.
Well, I'll be able to probably tell on there, and if there's a point where like nobody is talking, I'll know.
The first one might have been while I was talking. It might have been during the James Bond stuff.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
You know, the real meat of the show. The best thing that's happened.
You know, just in case, because I might need to like pick bits and pieces out to kind of like layer it if we're missing something. Maybe just export the audio for the entire stream from Twitch, Chris, and then if I need to pick pieces out, I can do that.
Well, these days I'm going to teach you how to do that, but okay.
I don't want to do that.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
You do it so well.
He's the video producer. He has to do it.
Yeah.
It's his job.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if like the gain is just fucked up on my mic, but like a couple of times I was like, oh, let me Google this thing or something, and holy shit, it is picking up every keyboard clack.
I've been hearing it.
Real clacky
like, I'm letting you know now that it's like it's showing up on my recording. Oh, motherfucker. That's because on Audacity I use my mic and not like the my NVIDIA broadcast, which is a much better noise gate.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
He's a real clacky boy.
Yeah, all right. I'll try to grab him and mute him. It shouldn't take me too long.
These pictures you posted, Nolan, is that Butters?
Yeah.
He's getting brown, but he looks browner than I remember him.
He's always had brown in his fur. I would say he's like 70%, or not even like 60% black, like 30% brown and like 10% white. Yeah, he's always had a good amount of brown in him.
Oh, interesting. I was just looking at it, I was like, I think that's Butters, but I'm not 100% sure.
Nah, we don't really plan on getting another dog anytime soon. So
yeah.
You have your hands full as it is.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know if I've been on the show since maybe once. Oh yeah, on the like the Fantasy Critic draft. Yeah, that was after we said bye to Kato last year. But yeah, it's always one of those things where he was definitely old, and while it sucks, at that point we were keeping him around for us more than him.
Yeah.
And so thankfully he went out. It's one of those things. I don't know if we talked about it before, but obviously I've talked about it with several people between then and now, and everyone pretty much said the same thing. They've never. It's never been a regret doing it too early. It's only ever been a regret doing it too late.
That makes sense.
So that's kind of one of the things.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah. So I mean, we had a lot of good years with them.
Yep. Wouldn't trade it for
Yeah,
the
no,
world.
it's once again, it's also the other thing that we didn't really talk about earlier. Is just like honestly, now that this kid's fucking a year and a half old, it hasn't been until like the last like couple of weeks that she's really gotten better. Fucking knock on wood 1,000 times at sleeping through the night. She minimum 1 to 2 wake ups a night every night, and it honestly has not been until like maybe within the last month that she more often than not, we put her to bed and then we don't have to interact with her until she wakes up in the morning.
Knock on
But then,
all the wood.
I know. But then she got sick, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, great. Well, now she's waking up even more, which sucks because, sick kids are never fun, and she's not even in like a school yet. um, once again, the parenting reels and stuff online. There was one I saw the other day that was like, "Oh, how have you been?" It's like, "Oh yeah, we've had a few bouts of health in the house recently," and it's more about the majority of his sickness. So definitely not looking forward to that once we get her into some sort of schooling. Which honestly, we probably need to get her into a daycare more so for just socializing.
Yeah,
Maybe socialism
socialism.
too.
Be communism builder.
Get him early. Get him off.
The nice thing is Bernadette's cousin lives like 5 minutes away from us now, and so we often will hang out with her. And
she's a huge communist.
Jordan was over here earlier and had his 6-month-old daughter with him, and I was showing her Disco Elysium clips. So
nice.
We're gonna get some socialist babies up in here.
That's such a crispy move.
But we do take our local library as like a story time and stuff, and we take her to that and whatnot. But yeah, it's always difficult to, especially just when she was born, like in the winter time. And so obviously for the longest time we weren't really taking her out and stuff. And then, it comes to the time where she was like about a year old, but then it's like winter again, and so we're like, crap. But yeah, now she's starting to get a little more willing to interact with people and stuff, and
except for us apparently.
Yeah, well, it always takes her a few minutes to warm up to anyone. In general, she's just a new person. I'm going to be shy. But like as an example, like one of our neighbors is potentially moving, that we've gotten to know over the past several years, but they have a daughter who's 7, 8, somewhere around there. And so they came over because their house was having like a showing. And then after like a few minutes, she just started following her around and talking with her. And then, as she was leaving, her name's Emmy. She's like, "Oh, bye, Emmy." Like, bye. Like, and like following her around and saying bye to her as she's leaving the house and stuff. And
wow.
Like I said, it's crazy that they're becoming little people, and it's it's one of those things where just a few years away before I get to start showing her some actual cool stuff that she'll understand, like
like
Dragon
beheading
Ball Z on
videos
Saturday mornings. maybe not that.
We're not there yet.
When did I see that? Like 13, 14? So
you gotta wait till at least 13 or 14 before you.
Preferably out of elementary school first.
Yeah, when I don't remember when I discovered LimeWire, but somewhere around there.
We'll start with the Russian montage theorists and then move into the German expressionists, the French realists.
Man, Crispy, you got the parental instincts of
a good parent. Thank you.
Parent, yeah.
I'm a
Nailed
really
it.
good parent.
All right, gentlemen, I've got to go to bed.
Okay.
I'm sure.
You. All right, well, thanks, y'all. It was good catching up.
Bye, Nolan. Bye, Crispy. Bye, Chris Davis.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Bye.